Hello, hello, hello! What's up this morning, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fine Tuesday to ya all. Good to see ya, good to see ya, good to see ya. What is up, MTG nerds? A great destroyer, heroic Companimus. Let's go with Companimus. Dogamith. Who else is here? Elijah, Lupra, Systems, Heroic. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone is having an amazing day. Variant, welcome back to the Fishbowl for the 102nd month. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. And oh my god, has so much happened in the past week. We have so much to talk about today. We have all the sets announced, in-universe sets announced for next year. We have all the Magic Cons for next year. We got Star Trek spoilers. We got Reality Fracture spoilers. We're in Hobbit spoiler season. There was a Pro Tour this weekend. Oh my goodness, one of the busiest weeks in Magic that we have had in a long time. Hey, welcome to the stream, PS Bomb. Good to have you. Welcome. We should be live on both YouTube and on Twitch now, so welcome to everyone on YouTube. So the plan for today, we are going to play some Magic, but we're also going to talk a lot about Magic. So we're going to play some Standard. I got 3 different decks. I'm curious what y'all are most excited about. I found 3 decks that I think are interesting. So one is a Cauldron of Essence sack deck with like Sephiroth and Morcio, Erode for some reason, I guess for the Voice of Victory token, some Not Dead After All to get stuff back. So we might do some sacking, see if we can grind out some value with Cauldron of Essence. There's also this unique take on Mono Red that I think is kind of cool. There's Mono Red vehicles now because we got Truck Toss, which if you have a vehicle, 2 mana for 4 damage is super above the curve. Plus vehicles like Astral Thrill Rider let us tap our Hawkeye. We also have Burner Rocket, a card I didn't even know existed. But apparently if you need a vehicle that gets the job done. So maybe we go some red aggro. The last deck is this Jund Viper sack deck, which I love Biotech Specialist decks. Like Biotech Specialist, Mutagen Man, make a bunch of tokens, Obsessive Pursuit. And this one's got Rottenmouth Viper to sack all of our stuff, get a bug body on the battlefield. So those are the decks we're going to mess around with. So that is a plan for today. But we're also going to talk about all this news because we got set releases to get into. We have infinite spoilers to get into. There is so much going on. Yeah, look up, we got a new one. Azog, Moria's Ruin. This card's pretty sweet. Azog is a 3-mana 1/3 legendary goblin soldier. When it enters, you destroy up to one other target creature, and its controller amasses Goblin's X, where X is a creature's power. If you blow up your own creature, you get to draw a card. So Azog is actually, I think, a very interesting card. So it's a removal spell, but it's a removal spell that you don't want to use on your opponent's creatures usually. There are going to be times when you want to blow up your opponent's creature, but a lot of the time, I think if you're going to put this in your deck, you're going to put it in your deck with the plan being to blow up your own creatures for value. But then sometimes your opponent's going to have something you really got to kill, and you're like, it sucks to replace it with this Amass Goblin, but it's going to be worth it. But I think there's multiple decks where this could be like, we have goblins in Standard that actually care about sacrificing, so it seems really good there because it's essentially 2 goblins for the price of 1. Could also show up in some sort of like Sephiroth deck. Rotodropic would be another cool home for it. Commander, not nearly as excited. Like, so in Commander, it's good in the 99. I'm working on today's spoiler video. It's going to go up record it after the stream today. But I was researching this card for Commander a little bit. There's like 50 mono black goblins in Commander, so there are enough that you can build a mono black goblin deck, but you're really going to be playing pretty much every goblin. Hey, Enjoy Stuff, handing out 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. Welcome y'all to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. I also really think Bjorn. Now, how am I supposed to say this? Bjorn, Bjork, like the singer. Bjorn the Fierce. There's probably a better way of saying that. This card's interesting to me too. Like, it's probably not standard good because it's 5 mana, but the more I read this card, so for 5 mana you get a 6/6 Trampler. It gives other bears +2/+2, so a double lord. And then to being a comment on your turn, put a trample counter on a creature. It becomes a bear in addition to its other types. And then if you have 3 or more bears, you draw 2 cards. So at first I was like, okay, this card, Bjorn. So I actually think this card, if you think about its ceiling, it's actually kind of high. Imagine this in Standard, and I'm not saying it's going to work, but imagine this. Turn 1, you play a Llanowar Elves. Turn 2, you play a Furdot Core. Turn 3, that gives you 5 mana for Bjorn, and then you turn the Llanowar Elves into a bear. The Furdot Core is a bear. So now you have this 3/3 trampling Llanowar Elves, and you draw 2 cards. That's actually a really nice start. Like, that's actually a very good start. Is it better than just Badger Mole Cupping and doing that stuff? Probably not. But still, it is a very fast start. This set is actually kind of I'm actually kind of shocked how much they pushed this set. It's kind of crazy how strong some of these mythics are. The one that blew my mind the most, I almost can't believe they put this ability on a Magic card, Elrond. Just the draw a card whenever you activate the ability of a creature once per turn. That ability is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Do you play first or talk new things? So what's gonna happen, MTG Nerd, is we're gonna do a little intro and talk a little bit about stuff, but then we're gonna play and we'll talk about stuff as we play, as we go along. So it'll be a mixture. So it's not just gonna be like an hour of talking and then playing or anything like that. So it'll be a mixture of talking and playing as we go along. Recruit, I actually really like Recruit. Recruit is like Connive. This card also seems kind of busted, at least in Commander. Like the Queen of Dale, it's like a Esper Sentinel almost for 2 mana, but you recruit rather than just drawing, so you're making tokens, you're filling your graveyard. This Golem is also super pushed, I think, for Standard. Like, Golem, even if you kill it, you draw a card out of it, it turns into a 2-mana 4/2. They went really hard with some of these cards, really, really hard. So anyway, let's do our reminders, and then as we go along, I want to know, they brought back the Hall of Fame. I want to know what sets you're most excited about for next year. I am actually kind of blown away. Like, I think Wizards is learning what to make in-universe sets. I feel like we have left the hat set era. Hey, what's up, Marion Pookie? Good to see you. We've left the hat set era. If you look at the sets next year, I'm actually pretty confident that they're all gonna be bangers. Like, is kind of the perfect schedule. We get the underworld water world, which is going to be so sweet. The art they showed off, it looks so like just traditional high fantasy stuff. I think people are really going to like it. I'm really going to like it. And underwater world sounds kind of cool. And then we get Kamigawa versus Ikoria in some sort of like Godzilla Pacific Rim battle thing. And then we go to Zhalfir. They're all going to be so good. Like, I don't think any of these are going to be bad, really, right? Like, my hopes are very, very high for the in-universe sets. They also did a much better job of spacing things out for once, where we actually have stuff insanely spaced, where it's like, oh, we get to set it in the beginning of February, then April, then June. It's like 2 months apart, rather than this year, where the schedule was just a mess. Like, the schedule was legitimately a mess this year, with stuff 6 weeks apart, and then a big gap here, and then squeeze a set in here. So I think they did a much better job of organizing it. Teferi's still alive. How could he appear? Teferi's alive, right? I'm pretty sure he's alive. Oh yeah, Teferi. I mean, I imagine Teferi is going to be in Zhalfir. That is kind of Teferi homeland, right? Yeah, Kamigawa telling you, oh, it's on your birthday? Hey, that makes it even more fun. So anyway, reminders. And then we'll talk about the deck into some games, and we talk about what of these we're most excited about as we go along. And also, if new spoilers pop up, we can look at those too. So Replay YouTube for all the old streams, normal YouTube, spoiler videos, best standard deck ever, against odds, tons of stuff going on there. A shout out to our sponsor, Card Kingdom, if you need some magic cards. You're going to make cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Maybe even get a goldfish sticker. Let them know you want one. Hey, welcome to the Fishbowl, Xanthil the Kid. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoop, Jeffrey. Thank you. So what deck are we starting with? What do you guys want to see? What do we want to see? Jund Viper, Mono Red Car Aggro, Abzan Cauldron Sack. Those are our options. I don't know how they can mess up Nautic. Like, from how they showed it off on the stream, and just like, my fear of them messing up Nauticus would be something like this. It would be if it was Outlaws of Thunder Junction, where they're like, hey, you know what? Let's take a bunch of famous characters from Magic's history, and let's put them in Underwater World. Then you risk ending up with essentially that BoJack. I don't know how many of you watch BoJack Horseman. I don't know if you watch BoJack, but that BoJack episode, there's like a BoJack Horseman episode where he has to go to this underwater film festival, but obviously he's a horse, so he can't breathe underwater, so there's no dialogue through the entire episode. That would be what I would be afraid of, is that Nauticus would just be like a bunch of famous Magic characters in some sort of underwater suit, and then like, oh man, that would be bad. If it was a hat set, it would be bad, but it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like it. So what are our votes? Jund, Cars, Viper sounds cool. Let's start with Cars, Sack, Viper, Vehicles, Viper. So it seems like Vehicles and Vipers are at the top. Jund, Cars. All right, let's start. Okay. So it looks like the Sack deck's getting voted out. Let's start with Jund, and then we'll probably switch to Cars partway through. Hey, what's up, Rainius? How are you? Do you think that Titan Breach will have a bonus sheet like Ikoria did, but for Pacific Rim instead of Godzilla? Ooh, I mean, it's definitely possible. It's also possible, yeah, Seahorsemanship is what my pick for the evasive mechanic would be. It's also possible that they are making this set because they couldn't get the rights to actual Pacific Rim, so maybe that would be part of the reason, because it seems like maybe they'd make it a UB set if they had the option to make it a UB set. My days of playing are over, but I continue to enjoy watching it. Well, thank you, Republic. Oh, also, oh my God, what a week. The other thing that happened this week, you might have noticed this. My Twitter got hacked, my ex got hacked, and that has been the nightmare of all nightmares. It turns out that when a company fires most of their customer service employees, it makes it very difficult to deal with customer service issues. So I have just been stuck in this infinite loop of automated support for like almost a week now. So I don't know what's gonna go on. I might be an Instagrammer now. I might have to turn into an Instagrammer, because I don't know if that's gonna get fixed. It has been very, very tough to break through. So that's all you can talk to is the AI chatbots. Like, there's no way to actually reach out to an actual human being. I've been trying for almost a week now, but it's just this loop of and oh man, it's just this loop of chatbots that tell you to do contradictory things. TikToker. I'm gonna become a TikToker. Yeah, Blue Sky. I do have a Blue Sky account. Blue Sky could be an option. It's almost, yeah, that is for sure. I actually have two-step verification. It was like So the actual story is, I mean, it's my fault because so I got an email that I thought was a copyright issue through Twitter. So I tried to log in to the copyright portal of Twitter, and it was actually not that. And as soon as I put in my username and password, it just like hijacked my account. So I'm not a tech guy, so I don't know the details of how that stuff works. But apparently it takes over an active session or something, so it gets around all your 2FA stuff. So yeah, that's what happened. So I don't know. So just so you know, I want to make it super clear. I haven't noticed the account doing anything. I don't know if it's doing things behind the scene. Yeah, it was a phishing attack that I fell for because I'm an idiot. But yeah, lessons for days. But I will be very clear. I haven't noticed the account doing anything. I don't know if it's doing things I can't see, like DMing people or anything. But until I make it public that I got it back, assume that anything from my Twitter, if it does say anything, is not coming from me. Yeah, I mean, that's the hard part, right? So here, to expand on even more, so here's at least a part of why I fell for it. So, and this might be getting too far into the weeds, but I posted, so here's the actual quick super timeline, and we'll play this deck. So I posted a tweet about the new Sheoldred reprint that that just looks so ridiculous from the Star Trek set. I don't know if it's the ugliest card I think they've ever made, or on the short list of ugliest cards they've ever made. So I posted something about this card on my Twitter, the Sheoldred reprint, and someone tried to community note it, saying it's not a real card. So right after that is when I got the copyright claim about this tweet, and my YouTube brain was like, oh, it's like someone's being salty. They tried to community note it. Now they're doing a fake copyright claim and YouTube, I've just been there so long. I'm used to the idea that if people get salty or whatever, people freak out and try to copyright claim to take down stuff they don't like. So in my brain, I was just like, oh, okay, this is some stupid thing. Someone's pissed about the community, about me talking about this card, and they filed a fake copyright claim. So that's what made me think it was legit. And then I also did some basic researching on it, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, and I was dumb enough to try to log in. So it is 100% my fault. But that is part of what made it believable to me, is just how it lined up with this one tweet. I never got a community note on a tweet before, so I figured it was just all this weird, YouTube-esque copyright fight stuff, and I should have been more skeptical of it. So this card, oh my god, I hate this card though. The card's so bad. But all that to say, yes, if you see anything from my Twitter, don't interact with it for now. And if you work at Twitter, fix my account. It should take 5 minutes if I could talk to an actual human being. It should take 5 minutes if I can talk to a human being. I just cannot get to the actual human being to fix it. So that's kind of the issue. It's yeah. So we'll see. I'm hoping it gets resolved eventually. But after reading about it on the internets and the experiences, it sounds like, oh boy, it might be a process. Fingers crossed it works out eventually. But anyway, let's play some Magic. Hey, what's up, Burly Halfling? How are you? Yeah, that's kind of the issue, right? I don't know if they have any humans left at Twitter. Hey, what's up, Snago? Good to see you. So what are we playing? We're going to try this Jund Viper deck first. So this is a Jund Sacrifice deck. Our main goal is to make a bunch of useless artifacts. We got Mutagen Man, we got the Ooze, Biotech Specialist makes an artifact, Obsessive Pursuit makes a bunch of clues, Goldvein Hydra, when it dies, makes a bunch of treasures. So we want to get all these artifacts on the battlefield, because the way we're trying to kill our opponent is Biotech Specialist. Biotech Specialist, when we sack an artifact, 2 damage to each opponent. So if we can make a bunch of artifacts and then sacrifice them, either naturally on the cheap with Mutagen Man, sacking treasures to make mana sack or other stuff, we can just burn our opponent out of the game. We also have Rottenmouth Viper, which we can sack all of our random artifacts to trigger the Biotech Specialist and also get the big snake on the battlefield that drains our opponent even more. Plus Obsessive Pursuit deals a ton of damage. We can sack a bunch of clues, sack a bunch of things, attack, make this massive lifelinker, and we also just get some fun tricks. For removal, we have Hellish Sideswipe from Ether Drift that lets us sack an artifact to blow something up. We got Grim Bobble is Badger Mole removal that's also sackable. So let's give this deck a try and see. Yeah, Rottenmouth Viper is such a cool card. It is such a cool card. So out of next year's sets, out of next year's in-universe sets, hey, what's up, Chomp Chop? Well, we make a new account, let us know. You'll have a follower if you make one. Yeah, I haven't gotten to that point yet, system. I'm still hoping, fingers crossed, that I get my account back. So I'm still in that mode, and I'm worried if I create another account that it might make the... It might confuse their system even more if there's more stuff hooked up to me through Twitter right now. So I'm trying to wait a little while longer to see if I can actually get this resolved somehow. And if it gets to the point where I feel like it is not going to get resolved, then I might go that direction. Does anyone know about a standard deck with Sagas, Galactus, and Return to Sozin? I have played against a couple of people playing a deck like that. To me, it just looked like Golgari Saga mid-range. It was just like good Golgari stuff with Coming of Galactus, the other the big Ras Saga, Rise of Sozin, maybe Professor Dalian fell for card draw, good Golgari like removal, kind of just Golgari mid-range with Sagas. It looks sweet though. What about swapping to Blue Sky? I do have a Blue Sky account, so that could be a possibility. I think also like Instagram could be a possibility. I don't know. The thing about Instagram, I like the idea of Instagram. The thing is, I really like the like micro blogging, you know, say a quick magic thought format, and I feel like Instagram is not as good for that. Or maybe I'm just bad at using Instagram, but I feel like Instagram is a little worse at that because you don't. Do we just crack a... You know what? Let's just use a Fabled Passage. We're not doing anything else this turn. Fabled Passage go. Yeah, I'm super excited that the stream's on YouTube now. It was a long process, but oh no. How many basics do we have? We better have a bunch. Yeah, okay, enough. We have enough. Let's just get a Schwamp. So opponent's some sort of control deck by the looks? I don't know how this goes. Opponent gets a Plains. What do you think of the modern section of the PT? This PT was so funny. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the issue with Blue Sky, right? Is there's just, it's a very small crowd. It is basically a Twitter clone, which is, that part I like, but it is not nearly as many people. So the Pro Tour was interesting. So going into the Pro Tour, I was expecting, wow, so many lands. I was expecting that I would like... Yeah, I guess we just play this and pass. Next turn we can start fountain porting. Going into the Pro Tour, I was expecting to really enjoy the modern rounds and not enjoy the limited rounds as much. But then it actually flipped on its head once the Pro Tour started. And it ended up being that I really, really liked... Yeah, we're just going to fountain port. I really, really, really enjoyed the limited rounds. Like, more so than the modern rounds, which kind of shocked me. But I actually thought that the modern rounds were super fast. They were very modern-y. They were super fast, you know, 2 ships passing in a night kind of magic. There were some, like, cool things. The Slumbering Trudge Eldrazi deck was kind of neat. It was cool to see that be an actual, like, Pro Tour deck. I think it was an Aspiring Spike deck originally, I'm pretty sure. So it was cool to see that be, like, a Pro Tour level deck. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed Limited, to the point where I kinda want them to do more top 8s possibly in Limited. What did you all think of having Limited as a top 8? Like, it's so funny, like playing Bracket and then playing the ladder in Standard. Really? You're gonna seam rip the fish? Sure. We will sack a token, draw a card. That is perfectly fine with us. I guess our opponent just got nothing going on. Pound and land passes. Well, let's play an Ooze. See if they want to counter it. If they want to counter it, it's fine. And we still have the mana that we can fountain port, so I guess we almost hope they counter it. Yeah, if they're going to spend it 3 steps ahead on that, that is a win for us. Actually, do you think that them playing their Seam Rip on a useless token means they have a second Seam Rip? Because we could run out Goldvein Hydra. Actually, you know what? This is even better. Let's just get our card advantage engine going. Let's get on an Obsessive Pursuit, start making some clues, drawing some cards. I think that's better than a fountain port token. About it. Yeah, rather the fish than the Obsessive. Oh, come on, they did have a second one. Well, we do have the Maelstrom Pulse, so we can try to get it back. Yeah, let's crack the clue, draw a card. I mean, what did you think of the Pro Tour? How did y'all enjoy it? It was funny to me. So I spent a lot of time watching the Pro Tour, and then they put on the spoiler stream during the middle of the Pro Tour, And the Pro Tour had like 4,000 people watching, and then immediately like 20,000 people were watching the spoiler stream, and that just reminded me of how much Magic has changed over the past decade. Like, it's not a bad thing, Like, it's awesome that 20,000 people, but it used to be that a modern Pro Tour, you'd have like 40, 50,000 people watching pretty much every time. I guess we just biotech. See if that draws interact. We do want this Obsessive Pursuit back, but I don't want to get the Maelstrom Pulse countered. All right, opponent's gonna let it go. Now let's play a Stomping Grounds tap. We're just gonna play it slow. Like, the longer our opponent keeps doing nothing, the better for us. I didn't particularly like the limited environment. Enjoyed the normal draft modern, but parts of the top 8 draft of Marvel being boring. There were some epic games, that's for sure. There was, I don't know if you watched the start of the top 8. The start of the top 8 was a 3-hour, very close to 3-hour limited match. And also the first limited match of the whole Pro Tour on day 1 went to time, and it was like a full hour. Ken Yukihiro played some super long matches. Man, how do we do this? I mean, we're drawing lots of lands, that's for sure. Well, let's play the Verge. They have 4 cards in hand. Let's try a little mini. Let's try a little mini Goldvein. Let's do Goldvein for, let's do a Goldvein for 3 and still leave up the Fountain Port. We mostly just want to get more interaction out of our opponent's hand. That's the actual goal, is to get them to spend their counters. And then we can get them with a big Goldvein. Or just grind them out with a biotech. Like, we do have a nice little card advantage engine going. Eventually, we get back this Obsessive Pursuit with the Maelstrom Pulse. Been watching your content for 10 years. Been sending you decks for like 8 of those. First time I've seen your stream. Hey, welcome! Good to have you, Yoga Enthusiast. Good to have you at the stream. Opponent, gonna No More Lies. Okay, sure. Pay for it. Alright, I mean, they're probably setting up a Wrath, but... we're gonna get in there. Hit ya. Alright, opponent down to 14, and best turn. This is Jund... actually, did I put the right deck in? Let me see. Oh, I might have put the wrong deck in. This is Jund Viper, I'm calling it. It's a Jund... artifact sack deck? Here, let me update the deck command. So chat. Ooh, that's a Viper. That's Viper. Oh, did they name Fountain Port? What a jerk. What a jerk. What do we do about this? What do we do about this? So we can't Fountain Port anymore. Is there a way we can win here? So if we attack with everything... okay, let's try this. Let's first Maelstrom Pulse Seam Rip. I think there might be a way we can try to win here. Because we can attack for 5. Oh, we get our stuff back. That's even better. So we can attack for 5. We can Hellish Sideswipe. Oh, okay, that's kind of fun. We get even more artifacts. Okay. Okay. So we play the land. One, two, three, 4. Another Goldvein for 3. Go to combat, hit ya. Oh, check this out. Check this out. Hellish Sideswipe. Sack an artifact. Actually, no. Sack a Goldvein. Make some treasures. Make some treasures. Viper. Sack some artifacts. And that looks like a combo kill to me. That looks like a combo kill to me. Biotech Specialist. 10 to the face. And wait, taking down the control deck. That was actually kind of a fun kill. I listened to your Legends podcast on Commander Clash, and I invited you to fix it. Reintroduce Legends as a creature type. Only those with a super type can be the commander, and follow the Legend rule. While still letting players know that the creature is significant in the world. I actually kind of like that idea. I think that could work. Hey, what's up, birds? Hey, now I'm familiar with the format, but I want to show off my Clover deck. It's like Commander, but all in common, 60 cards, and you have 4 of a single card, which is called your... I've never heard of Clover before. When did Clover start? Jaguar for the 83rd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Big scoop for you. Thank you. Huh. What do we want against control? So Duress is good. Apparently the Maelstrom Pulse is necessary. The Grim Baubles seem bad. Ancient Vendetta seems good. Is Magebane Lizard worth it? Or does it just die? How much removal do we need? Do we need actual removal in this matchup? I don't know what we're fighting against exactly. You know what? We're going to go super greedy. Let's go down a lot of removal. Let's go down all the removal. We'll go down all the removal. Bring in the Magebanes. Bring in the Defend the Rider. Bring in the Phoenix Fleet airships. Bring in the Ancient... Yeah, let's try it like that. I mean, the idea that you can play 4 copies of a single card's cool. Like, that's a neat twist. I also like the all-uncommon thing makes it kind of budget, which is nice. We could use more... Well, until you put an Ancient Tomb in your deck, but... I take it back. But it is nice. We could use more cheaper formats. That looks kind of fun. I would try the format. I would try it. I do really like that you get a playset of one thing idea. That actually seems kind of cool. Do you have in the next stream time for some viewer battles? Ooh, so we need to do a viewer battle stream. Oh boy, when is viewer battles gonna be? We also have, at some point, we're gonna have Hobbit early access coming up. Let me look into MTG Nerds. So we will do another viewer battle stream sometime in the not super distant future. It might be after the Hobbit early access though. What card am I most excited for in Reality Fracture? Oh, my Reality Fracture looks so good. I mean, Reality Fracture, it is everything that I was hoping it would be, and then some. Like, it looks so cool. It's hard to pick just one. I think, you need to maybe talk me down on this one, chat. The Theorist Jace Beleren, does that card not seem incredibly busted? Like, the Theorist Jace Beleren, I'm staking my claim on this being the best Planeswalker for Commander they've ever made. And I think it's fine in 1v1 formats too, like potentially good in 1v1 formats too. So I'm very excited for that card, but really like Enlightened Confidant is awesome. I'm a sucker for the callbacks. I love Planar Chaos. It's one of my all-time favorite sets. I'm a sucker for all the callbacks to old sets. For me, Reality Fracture, easy set of the year. Well, I'd love to have a modern stream. Think you should play some more Boros Panzer or Eldrazi Fight Reggae. Cool, maybe we'll do a modern. Maybe we'll do a modern stream at some point. It's been a minute since we've done a modern stream. We did play the Panza deck on YouTube. I actually think it's better than Teferi Master of Time. I think it's actually like significantly better than Teferi Master of Time. Not even like a little bit, but I actually think it's like way better than Teferi Master of Time. Yes. So the Jace card, we'll read the Jace card in just a minute. The Jace card. Opponent's passing. Oh, I really want to play this. Phoenix Fleet Airship. Let's get in and see what our opponent does. Get in with Umbral Color Zealot. Come on, make a fish. Block. You don't want to take that 3. Come on, Chaka. Fish. Opponent's not going to fish. All right. We'll hit you down to 14. Play the Fabled Passage. Do we just do it? They're going to counter. Yeah, all right. They're going to counter it, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Crack the Fabled. I mean, the thing is, if we crack the Fabled Passage, we had the thing leave the battlefield, so we want to do it now. Opponent's going to Washi Tong. Okay. I mean, I think this is actually kind of fine. Because now we get to do the Phoenix Fleet airship thing. So we will... They actually get to draw an extra card off of it. That doesn't happen too often. Let's take green. All right, so opponent gets all the cards, but we get 2 Phoenix Fleet airships. Hopefully that's enough. So, Jace the Theorist, 4 mana, double blue, 3 loyalty, static ability. At the beginning of each opponent's draw step, you draw a card. And that ability all by itself is crazy in Commander. That means if you play this first time around the table, it's 4 mana, draw 3 extra cards. If it sticks, you draw 3 extra cards each turn cycle, which is so much card draw. +1, make an illusion, whatever. The other big ability, -2 for each opponent. Bounce an artifact or creature that they control. If you can get this down turn 2 or turn 3 with some ramp, there's a decent chance you just bounce your opponent's mana rock or whatever their ramp spell is, leave them with nothing, and probably draw like 9 cards with Jace or something before it finally dies. And then the ultimate is like this weird blue overrun. You draw 3 cards, but it counters X counters on each of your creatures, Rex's number of cards in your hand. I think that card is really, really strong. Found it. Getting in with the Washi Tong. Hits us down to 16. And passes. It's kind of funny that we can kill the Washi Tong. Well, 1, 2. Let's Goldvein Hydra for 1. And then sack the Goldvein Hydra. Make some treasure. Make some airships end step. I don't think we want the Mage Mate. We want kind of lands here. I don't think we Viper, though. I think we just pass. I think we just pass, make more airships. If we get a chance, we can try to kill a Washi Tong. So what do you all think of the Jace? What do you think of the Jace? Redajani, I think, is fun. So here's my take on Redajani. I think that Redajani is really good in a Super Friends deck. In a Super Friends deck, I think it's actually like super good. Outside of a Super Friends deck, I'm not as sure. So how do we do this? So I think we just untap. We draw another Goldvein Hydra. So what we need to do... Okay, so what we need to do here. So here's what I think we need to do. So we need to make our Phoenix Fleet airships to get up to 8. In theory, that's going to make our opponent cast a Wrath. And then we need to be able to Witherbloom Charm to sack an airship in response to the Wrath. One, two, three. Let's Goldvein Hydra. X2. The problem is they might be able to Wrath and also counter, and if they can Wrath and counter, I'm not sure how realistic it is for us to get back into the game. I mean, I guess if we have the Umbral Collar Zealot, if that lives, it becomes easier. All right. I mean, go to our end step. Let's see what happens. Opponent's going to get rid of the Umbral Collar Zealot. I mean, they're trying to do it. Well, the question is, can they Wrath and counter in the same turn? That is the question. That is the question. Found it. Consult the star chart's going to do some digging. Sure. What can they find? Bubblegummy! Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 18th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. And Forky, welcome you as well. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank ya. All right. Well, the airships have arrived. Unfortunately, sacking is not part of the cost of Witherbloom Charm. That would make our lives way easier if it was. Bone it. Day of Judgment. Well, all right. In response, Witherbloom Charm. Ah! Well, that might be the game. That might be the game. Now we draw land. Well, play the land. Rotten Mouth Viper. Do some sacking. Oh, we were so close. We were so close. Oh, I thought we were... Man. I mean, we knew that was a possibility. We knew it was a possibility. We needed to be able to sack the airship. That's the problem. So, chat. We're getting three sets next year. Actually, let's wait till after we'll finish this match and then I'll ask you about it because I wanna get your opinions. What do you think of my Precious? I think it's pretty good in Commander. So my Precious from The Hobbit. The Vision? Okay. I was not expecting that. Well, let's go to combat. Attack with a Viper. Wait, do we still have a chance to... I figured we were just dead, but do we actually have a chance to win this? We might actually still have a chance to win this. Pound it. Drops to 10. Discards a Dawn's Truce. Meringue River region. Gonna make his dork indestructible. And block. Do we play another Viper? Let's play a Magebane Lizard. Let's play Magebane. Pass the turn. Pound it on taps. They gotta deal with the Viper. Finds a land. Captain Marvel. Oh, and it becomes indestructible. Is there any way we can do this now? Is there any way we can actually do this? I don't even think it's a secret that every set's a commander set now. So when this attacks... the problem is this gains life. Like, this gains them 6. We need to force them to sack the Captain Marvel, but I don't see a way to do it. So kill the Vision, I guess. The problem is, so this is only 3. It's only 3 counters. So I can just discard, take 4, block with Captain Marvel, gain back all the life we lose. And I don't see a way out of it. Wow. All right, and they have a Dawn's Truce, so now we're definitely dead. Man! Boo! All right. Wait, so what were we talking about? My Precious? My Precious. Where's my Precious? My Precious. So my Precious, a 3 mana, as far as Commander is concerned, black equipment, even though it's colorless because of its adventure mode. So his adventure mode, 2 mana instant, sack a creature, draw 2 cards. Additional cost to cast it, sack a creature, draw 2 cards. If we had that in our deck, we would have been able to beat that that Wrath. Equipped creature has hexproof and can't be blocked. 3 to cast, 2 and 2 life to equip. I think my Precious is probably a good commander card. I think the adventure mode actually hurts it quite a bit. Hey, what's up, Vince? How are you? Yeah, I know. That's the problem with Rottenmouth, right? It makes it feel like it's going to be good, and then right at the end, it doesn't quite get there. I feel like in Commander, it's good. The biggest issue is just the color identity. Like, the fact that you can only play it if you have black in your deck, I think is the biggest problem. I think they actually might have used that as a balancing mechanism. If this was truly colorless and you could play it in all the equipment deck, I think it would be very, very good. Like Hexproof and Unblockable, very strong ability, even at 3 to cast and 2 life to equip. The problem is you need to put it in a black deck. So I think that just narrows the decks you can put it in. But if you're an equipment deck or a sack deck, like think about Korvold or something, some sort of sack deck like that, where you can use this to protect your commander and you get the sacrifice synergies from the adventure mode. So I think there's definitely homes for it. I think if it was colorless and you could play it in every deck, it would be very, very good. Does the power level of the Hobbit not seem insanely pushed? Like, so they have a lot of creatures. We took out all of our removal, and they're actually, like, super creature heavy. So I guess we need Shoot the Sheriffs. Maybe we don't Magebane. Magebane might not actually. Let's go back up Shoot the Sheriffs, go down the Magebanes, run it like that. I feel like out of all the spoilers we've seen so far, I feel like the Hobbit looks incredibly pushed. I feel like Reality Fracture looks pretty pushed. And Star Trek, I don't know if I want to talk about Star Trek. I think Star Trek will probably go down as my least favorite full Universes Beyond set they've ever made. The Star Trek to me feels like they made a full set of Doctor Who. Like the things I don't like about Doctor Who, the IRL actors on cards, people just standing around doing nothing. It's like a full set of that vibe. So I think Star Trek, I'm sure there'll be some cool cards that I like from it, like, that I'm still going to play. It's not like I'm not going to play with the cards that I like from the set or anything like that, but just like, as far as the flavor of the set, I think it's going to be one that I dislike. Yeah, I like this. I mean, that's the sad part too, is I love Outer Space. Like, Edge of Eternities was so good, and just like the space art. So hopefully we get some of that in the Star Trek set too, but the early spoilers, it's a lot of like, here's an actor from this Star Trek show you've never heard of, standing around with his iPad, and I'm just like, eye roll. Found it, gonna demo field. Our Blazemeyer Verge, sure. I mean, this does mean we get to try to get down a Phoenix Fleet airship. We don't have a way to oh, come on, Fabled Passage. Fabled Passage off the top. Fabled Passage off the top. That would be a very good draw. Fabled Passage? No. Well, I mean, we're still gonna play it. Get down the Phoenix Fleet airship, pass the turn. What do you think of the headliners from Star Trek? The signed card, signed by the actor that plays the character cards. Is Star Trek a full set? I believe so. How bad do we regret doing this? I really want to keep the Witherbloom command. Man, all right. I wanted to draw cards off this, but I think we got to save the Shoot the Sheriff for a Captain Marvel, or else we risk just straight up dying. David Jenks, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Opponent gonna stock up and draw some cards. After this game, I gotta ask you about the sets that are coming up this year, because I'm very, very curious what the hype level is. Star Trek is the first CB set that I'm not a fan of. Personally, I would have preferred Star Wars. I also think I would have preferred Star Wars, although I think Star Wars probably would have had a lot of the same issues that I see. Like, I think it still probably would have been very, like, IRL actor focused. So I think it would have had those issues, but at least it's a little bit more, like, fantasy-ish. Well, that's Biotech Specialist. I need my lightsabers. Also, did you see so there's actually not a spoiler stream today, according to the spoiler schedule. So I don't think there's actually, we're talking about spoilers, and there's spoilers going through the day, but there is not like a dedicated spoiler stream from WotC, at least that I have heard about. Now let's crack this lander. See if we can make another Phoenix Fleet airship. Pass the turn. I wish we had some more card draw. I feel like our deck is a little light in card draw. Found it. Consult the star charts. I haven't actually looked into it, Jaguar. Stuff has just been so wild between spoilers and the Twitter issues that I haven't had a chance to dig into the donation thing, unfortunately. It's on my list still. I just haven't got there. How do I feel about the Eagles are coming as a Bills fan? I love that card. I don't have anything. I don't mind the Eagles. Like, I don't hate the Eagles or anything. They're in the NFC. They're not even like, a true rival of the Bills, even though they're in the same area. So, I mean, that part doesn't bother me at all. Okay. So we can Fountain Port, make a fish, and then crack a map on the fish to make airships. Okay, there's a Witherbloom Charm. I mean, we're gonna end up in the same. We're gonna end up in the same position. Is it gonna be exactly the same? We're gonna make enough airships to kill them. We're gonna have the Witherbloom Charm. I guess this time we're also gonna have the Shoot the Sheriff, which might let us play around the Wrath. Found it. Fountain Port. I mean, the airships are coming. The airships are coming. Fountain has a vision. Okay. And passing. Well, I mean, we gotta go for it. We can't not go for it. I mean, crack a map on the fish. We gotta do it. Ancient. I think we keep Ancient Vendetta. Actually, what do we name with Ancient Vendetta? Yeah, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it. All right. Well, let's see if this works. Let's see if we got enough for it to work. Pass the turn. Make a bunch of airships. Can we keep our airships around? Hey, we have a super chat from Honored Basqua. I'm sure I'm butchering your name. I'm sorry, Honored. Hey, Seth, have you seen the Hasbro QBR out today? MHS did 3 million in sales in the first month. Biggest debut in sales, eclipsing Final Fantasy. Thoughts? I saw the reports right before I started streaming, so I haven't been able to read through the whole finance report like I usually do and like dig into the details. But the headline numbers are insane. Like, it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago that Magic was celebrating. It was celebrating breaking $1 billion in a year. And now these numbers are suggesting 500 million in 1 quarter, which would mean if they did that every quarter of the year, it would actually double that billion that they were celebrating not very long ago. It was actually not that long ago. Okay. So we got to think about this. So they're going to blow up our Fountain Port. They know about the Wither, so they're setting up what? They're gonna Wrath. We're gonna Witherbloom Charm. Well, let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's create a treasure. Actually, no. I think we want the Ancient Vendetta. So let's sack the token, draw the Ancient Vendetta before it gets shuffled away. Then they blow up the Fountain Port. They also need to kill the Fountain Port, because if they don't kill the Fountain Port, we can use the Fountain Port to sacrifice one of the token Phoenix Fleet airships to get the numbers down before the Wrath. Oh. Well, in that case, I guess we're kind of out of luck. It had to be Ultima out of all the things. Found it. Gonna spell snare. Man, I think we're gonna die now. they get to draw a card. I mean, I guess we do this to draw 2 cards. Like, we turn off the airships, but they still all just get destroyed. All right, let's try this again. Ah! Oh. Yeah, there's no way we can beat Ultima. Yeah, this might just be a really bad matchup for us. Like, Ultima's not a card that really sees play, but our opponent's playing it for some reason. Oh. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, Goldvein for 9 is something. Goldvein, I mean, there is a world where this works. If the Goldvein Hydra dies, like, as long as it doesn't get exiled, if they have a portable hole type effect, like an exile effect, then we're done. But if it dies, we get enough treasures. Captain Marvel. Okay, wait. Live. We can even back it up with Ancient Vendetta. Oh man, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be very close. If the Hydra lives, we can Ancient Vendetta counter spell check, Maelstrom Pulse our own Goldvein, Biotech Specialist. Oh. Okay. Oh, can we pull this off? 1, 2. Wait a minute. Oh, if we win this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's Overgrown Tomb untapped. Okay, what counters have we seen? They've used multiple spell snares. The treasures are going to be tapped. So I guess we won't actually be able to win until next turn. Because we don't have a sack outlet. If we, yeah, I mean, I think we still do it. I think we name 3 steps ahead. Maybe. Man, this has been a crazy game. Oh, okay. 3 steps ahead? 3 steps ahead. Oh, they would have countered it though, right? What actually ruins our plan the most? We can't go Spell Snare because they've already played multiple Spell Snares. We're going to go 3 steps ahead. Oh, they got a Flash Freeze. Oh, they have 1 more Flash Freeze. All right, get rid of it. They did have 3 steps ahead. Well, let's blow up our Goldvein Hydra. Okay, we got the Flash Freeze out of their hand. Okay, that's something. So we need a way to kill the Hydra, and we can pull this off. Opponent getting in, gaining a bunch of life. Down to 11. Opponent goes up to 18. Opponent. They adjust. Oh, they killed our Hydra for us! Oh my god! Wait, what are they doing? Huh! No way. They did what we were trying to do. Wait, did they draw another Flash Freeze? Biotech Specialist? Did you top deck? Oh my god. Sure. Try to kill it. And respawns. We will sack a treasure. Trade you. Sack a treasure. Oh my god. No way. There is no way we should have won this game. There is no way. Our opponent, I can't believe they cast that Wrath. They saw us cast a removal spell on our own creature and countered the removal spell to keep the Hydra from dying, and then untapped and cast a Day of Judgment to kill it anyway. Oh, this is the least deserved, least likely win we've had in a long time. There is no world that we should have gotten out of this. There is no world where we should have gotten out of this. Yeah, resolve the triggers. Resolve the triggers. What a comeback. I mean, no, they didn't know they had Specialist in hand, but like, why? Here's the part that gets me. I'm not saying that our opponent punted necessarily. The part that's weird to me is when we tried to Maelstrom Pulse our own Hydra the turn before, they spent their Flash Freeze on it. Which made me think, oh, they must know that we want Hydra to die, and they're going to play this counterintuitive game plan of like, oh, we're actually going to protect our opponent's creatures, because if he's trying to kill it, he must want it dead for some reason. So I figured that meant our opponent wouldn't try to kill the Hydra, right? Because they protected it from our... Like, if you're going to just Wrath the Hydra anyway, why spend your Flash Freeze on our Maelstrom Pulse? Why not just let us kill it and make the tap treasures? It's exactly the same, and you still have the Wrath in hand. So that's the part that gets me. That's the part that gets me, but... Wow. I cannot believe we got there. Well, that was quite the game. So we're talking, there's spoilers throughout the day, but there's not a dedicated spoiler stream today that I'm aware of. So chat, here's a question I was waiting to ask you. So next year, Nauticus, Thunderworld Realm in February, Kamigawa Titan Breach, Kamigawa vs. Ikoria in June, Zhalfir to Fairy Homeworld in October. I want to know, what of those sets are you most hyped for, chat? What's your number one? Because, man, it's actually hard to pick. For me, like, I'm very hyped for all of these sets. I'm like 8, 9 out of 10 for pretty much all of them across the board. So it's really hard to choose which one I like the most, just because they all look so good. I will also say, I don't know if you're watching the stream. When they were doing the stream, they were like, oh, we're going to spoil all the sets from next year. Nauticus, awesome underwater world. And I was like, oh, that looks super cool. The next thing that pops up on screen, Detroit. I was like, wait, are they doing Universes Beyond Detroit? What is Universes Beyond Detroit? Are we just doing a set that is Detroit? I don't know about, that's like New York City on the next level. We're just doing sets of cities now, but no, it was actually a Magicon. Nauticus 1, Zhalfir 2, Kamigawa 3. Yeah, I mean, they're so close that it's very interchangeable for me. Like, I've always thought it would be cool to go underwater. Like, I think Underwater World is very similar to space to me, that like, once you go underwater, things get super weird. Like, you just have these weird legendary creature from Detroit, Isaiah Thomas, I think. Probably Isaiah Thomas. But I think once you underwater, things just get weird. So I hope there's the same, like, kind of like the spacescapes and the lands. I hope we get some cool seascapes. I think there could be some really seascapes. Kamigawa vs. Ikoria is just, it's going to be sweet. It's just going to be these huge mechs versus monsters battling each other, like some Godzilla Pacific Rim thing. And it's going to be really, really cool. What will flying be underwater? My vote is for sea horsemanship. I don't know if Wizards will go for that, but I think sea horsemanship would be very funny. Mega Magikarp, I am not unemployed. Congratulations. Oh man, it has been a long road, Mega Magikarp. Let's go. Super excited for you. And then Zhalfir we had in like... Watching, unfortunately, has me pessimistic. Saying about Zhalfir makes me feel like they're going to, look, we're so diverse, C, but C deserves such a better reaction. Well done, Zhalfir is going to be amazing. I mean, I think that from what we saw in the stream about Zhalfir, I thought it looked very much like Mirage Zhalfir, like going back to that's what I think of with Zhalfir, is like all the Mirage cards from 30 years ago. And I think they're actually going to handle it respectfully, obviously, but I'm thinking they're going to kind of capture a lot of that vibe in it, and I think it's going to make it a really cool set. Yeah, it is kind of a close one there. I think one thing I noticed is it seems like they try to line up Magic Cons with the Universes Beyond sets. Like, the one exception is Detroit comes out after Nauticus, but in general, we're doing like Universes Beyond Magic Con, Universes Beyond Magic Con, Universes Beyond Magic Con. So I think that's probably why we're getting a little crunch schedule at the end of the year there. Also, I think they would probably release this Universes Beyond a few weeks later if it wasn't the holiday season. So I think they need to release whatever this unknown UB set is. They probably need to release it around here so they can sell it over Black Friday and people can get it for the holidays. So I'm sure it's like a businessy thing, but it is a little awkward that there's a tight schedule there. A Detroit set would be interesting. The MagicCon looks fine. I mean, Tokyo's cool. Vegas, obviously, not until later next year. Going back to Amsterdam. Detroit, I'd probably do Detroit just because it's an easy trip. Detroit's like a short flight for me, so I don't know. They always do they like doing the like snowy, cold northern place in the winter MagicCon. But Detroit, I haven't went to a MagicCon in Detroit. I've been to Chicago MagicCon, so yeah, I think the schedule looks really, really sweet. It looks so good. Now the only question is, are the Universes Beyond sets going to be able to keep the hype going? Like, what is the Magic community? So the enfranchised Magic community's reaction that I've seen to the in-universe sets, super positive. If they can actually nail it, like if next year's UB sets were Lord of the Rings, Final Fantasy, and whatever, like it could be a really, really good year of Magic. I see that Hasbro did some deal for Zelda, although from what I read about it, it sounded like the deal was focused on toys, so I don't know if it means anything for a UB set or not necessarily. I actually think that Zelda could kind of be a cool UB set, right? Like as far as UB sets go. What do you think of the daily deals singles in the Arena store? I haven't bought any of them yet. I think it's fine. Like, I'm perfectly fine with them doing that. I'll have to look into the prices to see if they're worth it. But, I mean, if you can get a good deal on a card you need. I feel like Zelda kind of has, like, the fantasy vibe, right? Like, you could do some cool, like, Nintendo throwbacks. You got a bunch of characters. The vibe isn't bad. Like, I feel like there's a world where it could actually work and be pretty liked, or at least. Wait, do we just Viper? Nah, let's not Viper. Yeah, let's Goldbane. Run out the Goldbane. Pass the turn. Sadly, a 2/2. They should do a full Warhammer set. Hey Seth, first time on the chat, but long-time viewer. I watch regular Goldfish content, but I especially enjoy your streams. I often have them on in the background. They always cheer me up. Oh, Blue Capricorn, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Thank you for watching. Opponent going to summon Bernhilder. Yeah, I mean, it's already one of the downsides of all of this is definitely. Wait, can we? Ooh, check this out. This is actually kind of sweet. So if we play this, we have 4 clues. Yeah, let's do this. All right, how about this? Obsessive Pursuit number 2. And then I think it's time for a little Viper in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, sack all those clues. Get down a Viper. Opponent. Oh, this is going to be a nice. This deck might be sick. This deck might actually be good. Oh, this Goldbane's going to get. We're going to get +8/+8 in lifelink. And the counters stick around. Yes, we would like to attack. Yes, we would like to make a massive 10/10 Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Hazy Goldbane, and opponent scoops it up in Viper time. Would Zelda be as big as Final Fantasy? Hey, see you, Oaks. Thanks for swinging by. Have a good work day. Obsessive Pursuit. Every time I play a Obsessive Pursuit deck or build one, I have so much fun with it. And it actually, like, performs better than you would think. What do you think about the card Brave the Sands for combat focus deck? So Brave the Sands, let's see if I remember this. Is it like an I was gonna say an enchantment that pumps your toughness a lot. From like Tarkir, yeah, am I thinking of the right card? Not exactly. Creatures you control have vigilance. Each creature you control can block an additional creature. Huh. So I would probably be most interested. So I don't know if I would just play it in a combat deck. Like, Vigilance is nice, but it's also not like, it doesn't deal any extra damage, doesn't impact the board. Being able to block an additional creature is nice if you have enough blockers. I think it's probably most powerful in a deck where you have creatures with abilities that you want to tap, but you also want to attack with them, so then you can attack and still tap and use their abilities. So I'd probably be looking at something like that. Why did it spike? What card? Anti-Venom made it spike? Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone have experience with it? I have not played it in just like a... I guess we should sideboard. I have not played it in just like a random combat deck. So I don't know, maybe it's better than I think. But I think I would only play it in a deck where I really cared about my creatures being untapped. I don't think I would just jam it in like a random white weenie deck for value. And let's try something like that. What did you play Brave the Sands in? Oh, butt stacks. Yeah, I could see butt stacks being good. Mono black vampires. Let me see Autism. Oh, so as far as the viewer battle stream thing, I don't think I'm going to be able to confirm the date today because I got to see when the early access is. But my guess is it's probably going to be close to, honestly, probably close to a month. I'm thinking it's probably going to be something like August 11th, maybe August 18th, like somewhere in that range. Because next week, my thinking that the schedule is going to be, yeah, I think we got to ship that. Oh, all right. One land, one keep. Magic odds. Give us more lands, please. So I think that next week's going to be spoilers. The week after that should be early access. The week after that is release week. And then we can do, and then after that, it'll probably be, we did get a land. And then it'll probably be viewer battles. So not locking it in 100% yet, but my guess is it's going to be roughly almost a month just because of how the schedules for set releases and spoilers line up. I'll play a land, and I guess we just get down Umbral Collar Zealot. Mono black vampires. I always think it's fun when people build monocolor decks out of multicolored commanders. I think that's a really cool way to add variance, give yourself a little restriction. So I like the idea of it, Autism. That looks fun. Also, Autism, you build an impressive amount of decks. I thought I built a lot of decks. But but apparently you build even more than me. I thought that the deck list was updated, but I can... Here, I will put the deck list in the chat again in case. I'm not sure with... I'm not sure if all the stuff that works on Twitch also works on YouTube. Do we... Yeah, I think we do this. I think we attack. Yes. Sack the clue. Get rid of the gold vein because we really need a land. Grow that big enough that they lose. Okay. Hey, if they want to lose their board, I'm fine with that. That is a win for us. That is a win. Killing our opponent's entire board there. I think as Zaldis I would do really well. I'm surprised. Well, I guess I'm not surprised because I've heard that Nintendo can be tough. But I feel like some of the Nintendo stuff really fits. Yeah, I think we just got a specialist here. I like to hold specialists for when we can, like, do the thing and try to win. But we might need to just crack this lander to get a land. I feel like Nintendo would be a good way to go because it fits the the age that they go for. It seems like so many of the UV sets, they're going for like, if you were a 90s kid who grew up with, you know, a Nintendo, you're gonna be nostalgic for this set or whatever. So I feel like Nintendo just seems like an easy crossover, especially if, yeah, see, that's the thing, like, would Mario be weird? I don't know if I like Mario as much, even though I definitely have lots of fun memories of playing Mario Party or Mario Kart or whatever, but would Mario fit as well in Magic? I think Zelda would fit really well. I mean, the biggest set they could ever do, and I don't know if it's possible that they do it, but the biggest set they could ever possibly do would be Pokemon. I don't know why Pokemon would let them directly compete with them using their own IP, but I do think that would be the best-selling Magic set of all time, and not even especially close. We are playing some Jund Viper at the moment. It's a Jund Rottenmouth Viper sack deck. I think we just get back our... I think we just blow up the Seam Rip and get back our Obsessive Pursuit. I think that's the best bet. Especially since we can sack our clues on the cheap here. So we can sack a clue, draw a card. Oh, the Ooze is actually kind of insane. Play the Ooze. Go to combat attack. Grow the Mutagen Man. Hit ya. Bound it. Drop it. Down. 2. 16. And yeah, let's just pass. Leave up our Graveyard Ape. And Rapid Rescue. Sure. Nervous Army, welcome to the Fishbowl. Scoop Spray to you. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoop here, thank you. Opponent realizing Graveyard ain't good against him and scoops it up. And so far the deck's felt pretty solid. Like, it has felt not bad so far. Also, another reminder. Our show today is brought to you by Card Kingdom. If you need some Magic cards, you're going to make cardkingdom.com/MTGGoldfish. When I got the news that there was a PlayStation Secret Lair, I almost fell into my chair, but then just nothing. Yeah. It's going to be... So, what do you think about the Universes Beyond sets? I know a lot of people aren't, like, thrilled about Universes Beyond, but is there anything you would really like to see for Universes Beyond next year? Like, we've seen the in-universe sets be kind of like bangers. What could we get from Universes Beyond that would match that and make us just as excited? Is there anything you can think of? Like, I know some people are just like hard no on UB. And it's like, doesn't matter how good it is, they don't want it. Zelda came up. Dark Souls. Dark Souls could be cool. You guys should advertise the stream. Didn't even know you streamed on Twitch until the YouTube stream started. Yeah, so the stream used to be something that I kind of advertised a lot more. It used to be something that I kind of advertised a lot more. Over the years, we've shifted more towards YouTube, because back in the day, I used to stream like 3 days a week. It was like a big part of what we did. And then it's kind of shifted, so now it's like more YouTube, and we stream once a week. But now that the stream's up on YouTube, might be worth promoting it a little bit better. Skyrim Elder Souls, I've never played, but I feel like Skyrim Elder Souls, from the art I've seen, would actually fit really well. The Witcher would fit really well. I don't know if it's too adult, but I actually think like Game of Thrones universe, House of Dragons, and so forth would fit really well. Maybe it might be too adult. It might be too R-rated. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, I don't like some Universes Beyond sets, but I actually think that Universes Beyond, when handled well, adds to Magic. Like, I think Magic would be worse without some of the Universes Beyond sets we've gotten. The downside is I think Magic would be better without some of the Universes Beyond sets we've gotten too. So it's more about the set selection, I think. Ha! Good thing we put our non-creature spells to the bottom. Got them. I'm surprised that I'm surprised to hear Wizards finances saying that Marvel's doing so well, because from what I've heard from, like, and I've been trying to figure out what's going on here, and I don't know the answer, because from what I've heard from, like, stores and vendors and so forth, a lot of them have told me that for them it's been very bad, and they're, like, nervous about how bad some of the sets are selling for them. So we're in this world where, like, Wizards is making unprecedented amounts of money because of Universes Beyond sets, like, according to them, and I don't think they're just straight up lying about it. So I think, like, the only thing that makes sense to me is the way the Magic system used to work. The way the Magic system used to work was that Wizards sold boxes to local game stores, and then they sold the product to the player. But starting, 10 years ago, we started to see the shift towards Wizards selling directly, Amazon, Secret Lairs, and so forth. So the only thing that really makes sense to me is, like, Wizards has just captured, like, most of those sales. So now, like, maybe the stores aren't doing as well, not because the sets aren't selling as well, but because Wizards is just selling most of that stuff directly to people rather than giving it to stores to sell to people. Because the numbers today are kind of wild. Like, just the amount of money they're making is kind of insane. Well, Obsessive Pursuit seems good here, where their opponent is, double biotech. Well, there's a turn coming up where these two biotech specialists are going to end this game very quickly. If this Goldvein Hydra does it, opponent down to 10, facing down Goldie. Found it. Down to 8, untap Watery Grave for a winner. Nice. Oh, death. Death is coming. Death is coming, opponent. Discards a Doomsday Excruciator. Well, bad news for our opponent is the Doom is actually coming for them, not for us, because all we need to do is play a little Biotech Specialist and play a little Biotech Specialist, and opponent scoops it up. I would really like a Universes Beyond set of Evil Dead. Those are some of the coolest Secret Lairs. I wonder if we'll see, man, do you think they would do a full set of a horror movie? Today, Chris Crack said that churn of sales at MHS at Disneyland Park was really high, for example. That's probably true. Like, maybe that's what happened. Like, you know what set up, this actually reminds me of something. So when they did the SpongeBob Secret Lair drop, that was on a Mold of 5 too. Our opponent also got mana screwed though. When they did the SpongeBob Secret Lair drop, the quarterly report after that, Chris Cox, the CEO of Hasbro, said something along the lines of, like, if we can sell collectible, I'll have to look up the exact quote, so I'm paraphrasing, but, like, said something along the lines like, if we could sell collectible SpongeBob cards, we can sell anything, or something like that. And I think that's kind of what's happening, right? Like, I think that's what Grateful Dead Universes Beyond. I think that's kind of what's happening is they're selling lots and lots of Magic, but that's coming as Magic cards inserted at Disney, in Marvel figurines, and in the checkout line at Walmart, and so forth, rather than the traditional outlets. And I feel like maybe that's, we've talked about this for a while, right? How, like, Pokemon is, I think, the biggest selling TCG, but people don't really play Pokemon. Like, when I think of Pokemon, I think of my 8-year-old nephew who just likes opening Pokemons, or my sister's boyfriend who doesn't play games really, but, like, he likes opening Pokemon packs and seeing if he gets, an expensive card out of there. It's like that kind of thing. It's not like you're grinding out the games. And I feel like that's the direction maybe that Wizards is trying to move Magic as well. At least that's what it seems like to me. That they're trying to move Magic more in that direction, where they don't actually have to manage their formats or, like, whatever to make it good. You have Commander that manages itself, because you're supposed to just match the power group of your table. So that kind of does its own thing. 60 card formats, they're not important anymore. And we saw a lot of collectibles. I mean, that's so fun. Like, I think that's true with Final Fantasy, right? Tons of Final Fantasy streamers who bought Magic Final Fantasy to get their favorite characters, even though they're not interested in Magic. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, I would like to think that's a good thing, right? I like to think that's a good thing that you would have these non-Magic players that are like, oh, those cards are so cool, I'm going to open them anyway, even though I don't really play the game. Like, I would think that's a good thing. I think the problem that I would worry about is if you have a whole bunch of those people, it makes the people who actually want to play Magic less important to the bottom line. Like, in theory, the way I see the system in my head is like, if the game is good, Magic sells more, right? Like, the better Wizards makes the game, the more people want to play the game, the more people that give them money, the more money they make. And seeing the incentives detached, that's the part that makes me nervous, is someone who primarily just cares about playing the game and not, like, collecting the game. If you're a collector, that's awesome. Like, there's 1,000,000% nothing wrong with that. I've just always loved playing the game of Magic, and I feel like that's just becoming a little bit less important. Oh, I mean, they can, right? Black's Magic Arena, they can do the collecting thing separately. But I think what ends up happening is, like, it's got to run through your head. Like, it would run through my head if I was them. We're like, oh, we do this whole pro tour with tons of money on the line, tons of production costs, and then we have 4,000 people watch it on Twitch. I don't know. I guess it was on Twitch and YouTube, but, like, so maybe if you can combine them together, it's a bit higher, but, like, not a huge number of people watch. Or we can make another crossover product and make, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars. The collector boosters for some of these upcoming sets are crazy high right now. I'm surprised, like, Star Trek collector boosters. Oh, let me see. I'm sorry, Patrick. I pulled it up and forgot to look at it. Star Trek collector boosters are like almost $900. I think same with The Hobbit. I'm surprised the Star Trek ones are so high. Because I just didn't, I get the Final Fantasy fans buying it. I didn't realize that. Really? Just gonna, oh, they got 2 Deceits. All right, well, we'll get rid of one of them. Abhorrent Snake Pit, eh? All right, resolve your thing, opponent. Oh man, I remember playing a deck like this a while ago. The Coiling Oracle, Birthing Ritual, Abhorrent Oculus. Yeah, it's a super, I remember the first time I saw this deck, I was like, that deck looks so jank. And then I played it and I went like 4-1 in a league or something. I was like, it looks jank, but it actually might be kind of good. Yeah, that looks sweet, Patrick. That looks super sweet. Oh, what do we do here? How do we beat this big ol' superior Spider-Man? Well, let's just run our stuff out. Make some clues. Pass the turn. We have a super chat from Hundo Mo. Thank you so much. What UB sets do you think await us in 2027? So I am probably the worst person to ask about this because I am not a pop culture guy. But I would say this. I would be stunned if there was not another Marvel set because we know they're doing a whole bunch of Marvel sets. So I would be absolutely shocked if there was not a Marvel set of some kind. So I'm expecting a Marvel set. Beyond the Marvel set, we know they've talked about a K-pop set, but that might be further in the future. I'm trying to think of what else is even like... What else is even on the... Have there been rumors about, like, Star Trek? They accidentally kind of spoiled a long time ago? Ay. What do we do? And they're going to draw more cards. I feel like we're kind of in a bad spot here. Imagine that. Well, let's crack this clue. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we just go for it. Biotech Specialist. Make a lander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ronmouth Viper. Burn you for 10. Well, let's see what removal you got, opponent. Let's see. Man, the Viper's been good. The Viper's actually been really good. Oh, the Boros Land Destruction deck is sweet. We actually played Boros Land Destruction in Modern like a month or two ago for a video when the deck first came out. But yeah, the Boros Land Destruction deck's sweet. What do you guys think? You probably know better than me. There's no way they're gonna do Star Wars right after Star Trek, I don't think. I'd be surprised if they did another big space IP. So what do you think? Well, like what do you think is a realistic crossover for next year? Is there anything that's realistic? I expect one Marvel set. It seems like one Marvel set, one fantasy adjacent set. I don't know if it's like Witcher or something along those lines, but like one fantasy adjacent set, and then probably one set that makes you think that's pretty far away from traditional Magic. Like, it seems like that's kind of the normal. Ooh, dress is not bad. Get rid of that stock up. And then we will sack a clue draw card. We will exile Deadly Cover-Up. Crack a Mutagen. Crack yeah, we're going in. We're going in on the Viper. Crack the Mutagen. Obsessive Pursuit doing its thing. Get in with the Viper. Trigger. Grow the Viper. I mean, opponents they gotta chump. They gotta chump. They gotta chump. There's no option to not. Discards the hand and chumps. Oh. Do we have them? Do we have them? Do we have them? Pass the turn. Opponent taps. Can they top deck and out? Oh, Bitter Triumph off the top. Okay. 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 Wait. But we have Restless Cottage. We have Restless. Oh, we got another Viper. We got another Viper. We got another Viper. That's even cooler. Actually, Restless Cottage just wins, doesn't it? I guess we should just win. Boo, we will win. Instead of playing more Vipers, crack the Mutagen. Restless Cottage. Gonna close things out. And so far this deck, we haven't lost with this deck yet, have we? I think we have not lost. Wall of Chaos for the 115th month, closing in on the first 10-year resub. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What are these new spoilers? Let's see. We have a couple new spoilers. The Mountain King's Return. So 3-mana White Saga. Recruit. The recruit mechanic's so good. Like, Connive's already a really good mechanic. And I feel like Recruit is just as good, and in some situations even better than Connive. Like, it's a very powerful mechanic. So anyway, 3-mana White Saga. First chapter, you recruit. So draw, discard. If you discard a non-land, make a 1/1 human soldier token. Lore counter 2, return target creature card, mana value 3 or less from a graveyard to the battlefield. All right. And then number 3, put a +1/+1 counter on one creature. Okay, the last one, not all that powerful. A single +1/+1 counter. I mean, this card's not bad. The problem is we have 1-mana effects that do chapter 2. I do like how it's a self-contained. D-Mac, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do like that it's self-contained. Like, the first chapter lets you discard to get the thing in the graveyard to reanimate. Then you reanimate the thing. I don't know. It doesn't seem that bad with, like, Abhorrent Oculus or something. Like, if you got a really good 3-drop you want to reanimate. Yeah, Oculus. We broke Oculus. What's this other? Oh, no. I'm going to need a translation of this one. All right, what is this? Okay, so translation. This is Great Gilded Boat, apparently. So the current translation is 3-mana 4/4 vehicle. It crews for 2. And then whenever you attack, recruit. Ooh. Ooh, so, okay, we'll have to wait and see what the actual translation is to be 100%. But if that translation is correct, and it's whenever you attack with anything, recruit, not when you attack with the vehicle itself, that's actually not bad, right? Like, it reminds me, what's a vehicle that used to see playing the Merfolk deck that explored on the thing that crewed it? It was a blue vehicle. But I could imagine this card being playable. Like, if that's actually correct, I think this card could actually be kind of good. It is 3 mana. You don't need creatures on the battlefield, but it fills a graveyard. It generates bodies. It is kind of a fixed Smuggler's Copter, yeah. I could see that. A bigger fixter Smuggler's Copter. Schooner, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. So those are the spoilers we've seen so far. I think Wizards may be looking for a great video game IP to test for Secret Lairs. They've had Monster Hunter, but that got canceled. Oh, whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to the monster? Didn't they say they were gonna... I forgot about that whole situation. That's the first time, right, where they've actually released a product and then got yelled at so much they pulled the whole thing. I don't think that was because of us. I think that was because fans of the game or people who make Monster Hunter were pissed about it. So we looked at the announcements. The Hall of Fame's coming back. Does anyone in chat care about that? I'm actually curious. How much does that matter to you, chat? Like, oh wait. Oh, we have a crazy equipment, a legendary equipment, a mythic equipment. Oh boy. All right, let's look at this card. We can talk about the Hall of Fame later. Or Grist, Goblin Cleaver. Okay. 3 mana legendary equipment. It's 3 to equipped. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has trample. When equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, choose a creature type. Create a treasure token for each creature you control of that type. Oh, Wizards. Okay, the history. I mean, this card's good. This card's good. And I don't know if it's constructed good. This card's good, but I don't know if it's like standard good, but it's commander good. It is so funny to me to see Wizards learn and forget lessons within like a couple of years, because I don't know if you remember, like 4 or 5 years ago, people were getting sick of treasures. Like, treasures were everywhere. They were too powerful. Dockside was popping off. People were hating it. So Wizards, they figured out, right? Okay, there's a way we can get around this. We can fix this. All we got to do is make the treasures come into play tapped. We make them come into play tapped, and then it can't go too badly when people make treasures. And that really powered down treasures. It's kind of crazy to see so many untapped treasures. The Smog, which is also, yeah, this card, I mean, in a equipment-y tribal deck in Commander, I think this card's very, very, very good. It should pay for itself very, very quickly. We also have where's the Smog? The, like, scene deck Smog. That was the other card. This Smog. This Smog also was, like, it surprises me. The art? I don't know. I don't know if I like the art. I feel like this card would look better with a border, maybe. But, like, this is another one. The fact that it makes untapped treasures, whenever it's dealt non-combat damage, create that many treasure tokens. The fact that those treasures are untapped makes it so easy to combo with. It combos with everything. It is 7 mana, so you might just die before you get to combo with it. But it is interesting to see multiple very powerful untapped treasure makers, because that's just not something that Wizards was really doing much anymore. I'm hoping for a Jund Smog better than this one. Ooh, you want a Smog better than the Commander one? Anything else? Okay, there's that. Eagles of the Great Shelf. 5 mana, 2/5 flying. Whenever a creature attacks, get +1/+1 for each other creature. Yeah, okay, that's limited fodder. What do you think of the book treatment? Do you like the book treatment? For example, on Lord of the Eagles, they're not real books, right? They can't be real books. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, Smog also really, that might be why we're getting the powerful treasures, is because of Smog. That's kind of the theme of the big character in the set is the Smog. Landfall. 3 mana, 3/2 landfall. Whenever land enters, choose one of tap target creature opponent controls, untap target creature you control. All right, nothing super crazy. I like the book arts a lot too. I think the book arts actually look really good. The Smog, actually, the headliner Smog looks kind of cool too. I actually kind of like the headliner Smog. This treatment's fine. I think it's fine. The book treatment, I think, looks really good. I really like that. I guess that's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. They also announced, which I think is good news, they announced that all the sets next year are going to be big sets. So no more small sets. I don't even, what is E33? I'm not familiar, I don't think, with E33. Star of Extinction with Smog. I mean, Blasphemous Act. Blasphemous Act, 1 mana, make 13 treasures. Pop off. Also goes infinite with Chain Lightning. Also goes infinite with, wait, what was the other one it goes infinite with? It goes in, Pestilence, Pyrrhemia. It goes infinite with so many things. I'm gonna have to, I don't even know what Expedition 33 is. I mean, from Googling it, it looks kind of cool. You know what I'd really like? You tell me. So I don't know enough pop culture stuff to pick out the IPs. But here's what I want, chat. You tell me what would be the best crossover for this. I want some sort of like Fallout. I want like a Fallout, some sort of desolate post-apocalyptic, just like a wasteland, and the people trying to survive the wasteland. What would be the best? What would be the best UB to do that? What would be the best UB if that's what I want? If I want some desolate post-apocalyptic people struggling to survive. Weird Al's actually playing near me soon. I might go see Weird Al. I'm not even kidding, but I might actually buy a ticket and go see Weird Al. Man, something like Mad Max would be cool. Literal, we already did Fallout Commander decks, but a full Fallout set, I guess, could potentially work. Mad Max. Ooh, Last of Us. See, maybe they do full sets out of some of. That would be another one that I would actually love an in-universe version too. Oh, Dune would be cool. I could get behind Dune. I would also be fine with an in-universe version. I just don't really. I don't know if I trust Wizards at this point to be able to make like a gritty set. I don't know if they got it in them. I think if they're gonna oh boy, we're so dead. All right, well, sometimes in Standard, your opponent plays an Aboroid on turn 3 and you die. I don't think there's any way we can do this, but we're gonna play the Goldvein. We're not gonna attack. I mean, we do have the Biotech Specialist. So we chump, we get 3 treasures. That's 12-ish. There might be a world where if we could draw a Viper. I don't think we have enough mana. Yeah, no, I think we're just dead. Oh, NFL. Game of Thrones. I could get behind Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones would be sweet. Oh, okay. That's a Sensational She-Hulk. This hand just keeps getting better. I mean, sometimes you got Badger Molcub and your hand does crazy things. And a Paw Patch Recruit. And everything gets huge. I mean, we have to block, right? Because we need the treasures. Wow, they pass. Oh! Yeah. With the Goldvein living, we're super dead. Oh, Universes Beyond Unset. That would be the Weird Al set. The equivalent of Weird Al. Oh, I'm sure more anime sets are coming. Like, the weeb market is a big one. And whenever they've done... Wait, a Feastables? Wait, we're doing the Mr. Beast Feastables? Feastables food? No, please don't suggest that. We're so close. We're so close to Wizards doing that. Like, okay, how? So I know Universes Beyond is kind of all an ad, right? It is kind of all an ad. Historical sets, I think historical sets would be cool. World War II, that might be a tough one. Some of the characters, I don't know how that would go over all the World War II characters, but like I could see some historical sets being very neat. Super Smash Bros. Like, I don't know if we're that far away from someone like Mr. Beast going to WotC and being like, you know what? I want a Feastables food token. How much money do I got to pay to have a Feastables food token show up in all your booster packs? And I don't know if Fotsy would say no. I don't know if they'd say no. I don't know if Fotsy knows the word no anymore. Like, I don't know if they have that word in their vocabulary to say, you know what? On second thought, maybe we don't want a Feastables food. Oh, Skibbity Toilet, please no. My like hell on earth when this started was eventually we're gonna be attacking with a can of Mountain Dew, but if it's actually Skibbity Toilet, if that's the end of the road, please give me the Mountain Dew, please. I will drink all the Code Red Wizards, please, 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 all of it. Wait, what are we playing against? Oh, Badger Mole. I guess we actually get a sideboard then. Well, we're gonna bring in our removals. We're gonna go down some of the slow, clunky stuff. Sadly, a couple oozes. And let's see what happens. Golden Curls. Oh, Baby Shark. Baby Shark secret. Do. The secret lair drop. Actually, I was thinking about this. What do you think happens? Hang on, let me answer this question first. I love that when I tried to get into Modern, it was Modern Horizon 2 and you made a Rhino deck with Ephemerate. Now I'm doing it in Pauper. Ooh. Pauper is probably the perfect place for that. That looks fun. What is the... Oh, Vampire Sovereign. That's basically a Rhino. So here's one of my questions for you, chat. Here's one of my questions. My question for you is this. So, colors are kind of awkward. We're gonna keep it, but colors are a little awkward. So here's the question that I have. So, we're doing all these cards with IRL actors on them. Yes, I am planning on going to Atlanta. But they're doing all these cards with IRL actors on them. What happens when they put some IRL actor on a card, and then 5 years from now, or 5 months from now, they end up murdering or doing some equally or even more horrible thing that comes out in the news? Like, what happens when you do the Jared from Subway secret lair drop? Or like the OJ Simpson secret lair drop? You know, or like, how do they deal with it? Isn't there like some amount of risk of putting real people on cards? Because at least if it's not real people, they can't do horrible things. But like, how do you think they handle that? Yeah, the Harvey Weinsteins. Like, how do you ban all those cards? You just ban them? Like anything that has the actor's face on it, you just ban them? I guess that's what you gotta do. Yeah. I mean, I know it doesn't even sound that unrealistic to me that if you just keep making 3 sets a year with real actors on them, that eventually that is probably going to come up, right? Like sooner or later, something like that's going to, yeah, Chandler goes on a killing spree. I mean, I guess that's what you got to do is just ban them probably. The other thing, Magic being so, man, Double Magic, we're so dead. Yeah, we're just going to, there's no point in even playing this out, right? There's no point. There's no point. On to the next. It's gonna happen at some point. It's gonna happen at you just embrace it and create a card called The Glove Doesn't Fit. Oh no. I don't know if the doubling down is the way to go. Weren't there OJ Simpson sports cards? Oh, there definitely were. But sports cards, like, there's no game to them. Like, sports cards is a very individual pursuit, right? Like, they're literally only collectible. There's nothing else to them. So, if you have an OJ Simpson sports card and you don't want it anymore, you get rid of it. If you don't care, then you keep it. No one else knows. But, like, with Magic, you play against someone else in a public setting sometimes. So, your choices end up affecting everyone else, too, in that context. I mean, did you notice this? I don't know how I feel about this. It came up in the finance short this weekend. But, like, let me see if I can find the card. But anyway, Sam Neill, the actor who played, oh, it's Ellie, I see. It's Ellie and Alan. Okay, so Sam Neill, The actor who played this guy in Jurassic Park passed away a couple weeks ago. In response to him passing away, his card was bought out. His card was bought out, going from $4 to $50. It's currently around $30 after stabilizing. What do you make of that? Like, I see two different possibilities. One is people like love Sam Neill and he died and they're like, I want a memento. Oh, there's a magic card with his face on it. I'll buy that as a memento or whatever for Sam Neill. The other possibility is like, it's a kind of like cynical, ghoulish finance play, because a lot of times when sports people die, their cards go up in value because you can't make any more of them and they're gone and people are thinking about them. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it scalpers actually buying out the card? Because that's like that makes me feel kind of icky, right? That's like the icky version. Like, if it's just people are like, oh, I really like him. Oh, that's cool. I'll have this card as a reminder of him because I love that movie. That's awesome. That's great. But if it's like a finance thing, ooh, that makes me feel a little gross. Hey, buenos noches, Staring Traveler. How are you? There's the man who buys every single Ragast and puts them on a giant wall in his house. People are weird. They just buy stuff to be silly. I was actually thinking, what do you think about this? How bad of an idea is this? This might be the worst idea I've ever had. You know my walls? All those white walls? I was thinking, I have a lot of bulk magic cards. What if they turn out to be a bad person, they don't ban the card, they errata it to be a villain? Oh, that's actually kind of hilarious. I was thinking, Arena's working for me at the moment. What if I like wallpapered with magic cards? What if that wall back there, the white, what if it was just like lined up rows of magic cards, a whole entire wall? Yeah, I know. I was thinking about putting Badger Mole Cub on it. Would that look cool or would that look incredibly cheesy? I'm curious if that's a good or bad idea. This hand still doesn't have black mana, but we're gonna try it. I think it could look neat, right? All Siege Rhinos. I think also, I was thinking about the dartboard. Maybe we just do a community poll on what deserves to be up there. What should be on the dartboard right now, chat? The dartboard is for the card that I hate the most. Ooh, I haven't even seen this treatment on Arena. It's for the card that I hate the most. It's for the card that I want to throw darts at. What deserves to be on the wall? Badger Mole would be my number one right now. Badger Mole would be my number one. No, the Wizard doesn't go on the dartboard. I love the Wizard. The Wizard's that's my guy. I actually looked into building the all piss border Wizard deck, but unfortunately, a lot of those. Maybe we're about to get booted. It's possible that the issue is logging in, and since I'm already logged in, it's not booting me out yet. But I imagine if I shut down Arena, I imagine I would not be able to get back in. That would be my guess. Well, we're gonna cast a very sad Goldvein Hydra because we are missing our black manas. All right, Goldvein, go. Pound it. Gets to flip the Rashling, do some busted stuff. Monstrous Rage would have been up there a little while ago. It would have been up there for sure if I had the dartboard going during its era. Avatar's Wrath, eh? Alright, opponent, Avatar's Wrath. There's the black mana. I mean, we gotta kill the Ashling. And then I guess we just gotta pass. Ugh. Ugh. Not a great turn. Not a great turn. Found it. Winter Night Story is gonna draw some cards. Well, we can exile that. The Ooze is actually pretty good. Yeah, in Commander it would be what? Rhystic Study maybe? But then the thing is, in Commander we just kind of house ban the stuff we don't want to play against. Well, let's get rid of Winter Night Stories. Untapped plant. I mean, I guess we just I guess we just make a big mutagen man while we got the chance. We get all the tokens back if it leaves the battlefield anyway, so might as well make it really big and see what happens. Ooh, Soul Ring. Hey, I'm a anti-Soul Ring person. I have learned that lesson many times. That when you say that you think they should ban Soul Ring, people get very, very salty about that, but it's true. It's true. Jeskai Revelations, that could be a good one. All right, opponent going to kill the Mutagen Man, but give us even more artifacts. I mean, we're getting close to the point where we can just... All right, Sensational She-Hulk. I mean, we do have an answer for this, thankfully. Get rid of the Quantum Riddler. Ooh, that's a biotech specialist. Well, let's kill the She-Hulk. Play Obsessive Pursuit. Pass the turn. Oh man, we just need the mana. We just need the mana to be able to crack all of our stuff, and we win with this biotech specialist. Found it. Tranquil. Oh, gaining a life. That actually means one more thing we have to sack. The Cheaty Lands. Found it. Chico. Well, I mean, we got to get rid of this Jennifer Walters. Anna's going to get back to Ashling. We get a clue and a land. Do we play it? So if we play this... So this Goldvein Hydra does nothing, right? We just literally cannot cast it. It is very bad against airbending. Yeah, I mean, I guess we have to. We only have one Umbral Collar. We need the Viper. We need the Viper. That's what we need. Maybe we just crack clues and try to... Yeah, let's crack clues. I really am afraid of running this out and losing it for no value. Come on! Action! Oh, no. All right, well, pass the turn. Yeah, crack the clues and hope for swamps, apparently. Opponent flips their token, Ashling. No, its mana cost is now 2, I believe. Opponent, oh boy, we're on a fast clock. We are on a fast clock. Another Ashling. It might be slipping away. It might be slipping away. Come on, Umbral Collar Zealot. Umbral Collar Zealot. Opponent gets in, hits us. Come on. Umbral. Oh, another Obsessive Pursuit. We just can't do enough, right? So this literally just dies. It's 2 mana death. So we play this, we play this. We have 5 mana left. So we burn them for 10 and die. Yeah. Oh! Yeah, I don't know why. What is the arena warning? Is everyone else like booted out of arena? I imagine we're gonna get booted at some point. We're just gonna go. We'll go as long as we can before they boot us. We can give this bet. Some guy Smitty, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you. The problem is that Obsessive Pursuit gives it to an attacking creature. So with our biotech specialist being summoning sick, we don't have a way to attack with it. So yeah, if there was a way we could attack with it first to give it lifelink, then we might have been able to swing the race. But so opponent's playing like a scam. A Hulk scam deck. Jeskai scam. So Hex is in. Uh-oh. Arena. There we go. Hex is slowly coming in. What do we go down? The Graveyard Hate actually seems good. Baubles seem kind of bad. I guess Maelstrom Pulse is like a fine catch-all. Damn, Black Sun's probably too expensive. Yeah, let's try it like that. Let's try it like that. You should check, you should do an against odds deck with Cauldron Loot and Shang-Chi. Ooh, that actually does sound sweet. I might actually have to try to build that. All right, we got an Obsessive Pursuit. We'll try this. What is the new cube? I heard they were doing a new one. Have they announced what it is yet? Possibly. We might try it next week. Or maybe Richard and I do a video. Maybe Richard and I do a video on it. We've been doing some limited once in a while, so that could be a fun one. Let's just Verge go. Booting up Arena at the moment shows me the different developmental environments they use. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not intentional. I don't think it's supposed to be doing that. I mean, there wasn't even supposed to be a downside today, I don't think. Oh, chat, it was also, I was going to ask you this as well. So we're thinking about maybe possibly moving the day that the stream is on. And I was curious how that would impact y'all. So the one possibility was moving the stream to about the same time, but on Fridays rather than on Tuesdays. Would that make the stream more or less convenient, watchable, enjoyable for you? Well, Obsessive Pursuit taken up. We draw an Ooze. I think we just Biotech Specialist, Hellish Sideswipe, sack a Clue, get rid of the Ashling, and hit you with the Umbral Collar Zealot. I mean, we actually have kind of a lot of damage. So we get in for 4 with the Zealot, and then we can do a 6 more by sacking the artifacts. Doesn't change much. Wouldn't be able to watch on Fridays. Fridays, but starting at 1 would be better. Later on Friday be down. Board Game Club that night. I don't know if YouTube watchers will left, because, ooh, Commander Clash schedule is actually a very good point. That is a very good point that I wasn't thinking about. We were trying to find another, the time slots are so gummed up. We were trying to find a time when we could do another group recording. Well, I mean, we're gonna Viper. We finally found a Viper that is 10 from the Biotech Specialist. This is not quite lethal, but it's pretty good. Now our opponent has to deal with the Viper. And then we get in with the Biotech Specialist. And opponent's down to 2. And when this deck does its thing, it is actually really, really good about it. Oh, the other thing, if you're watching this stream, and I'm going to make an announcement about it on the channel, but since and this should close it out here, and since we're now streaming on YouTube too, the replay channel is going to be retired, or at least on hiatus, because there's just an automatic VOD on the main channel now from the stream, so there's not much of a point in like downloading it and uploading it to another YouTube channel when it's already on a YouTube channel. So yeah, so the stream replay will just be the VOD on the main channel rather than on the replay channel, I believe. Oh, Obsessive Pursuit's so cool. Every time we played a few times with it, and every time that we've played a deck with it, it always overperforms. It really does. What are we gonna name with Vendetta though? Shiko? So I feel like Vendetta is a card I like to bring in if I know what I'm going to name. If I'm going into it knowing, okay, if I Ancient Vendetta this, we're very favored, or we're going to pull ahead, that's where I like Vendetta. The question is, what is that card in this matchup? Is it just Shiko? If we name Shiko, they can still do the airbending thing with Avatar's Wrath. I guess we could just name She-Hulk. Yeah, we'll bring it in. We'll bring it in if we can find room for it. Let's go down the Vendetta and Or go up the Vendetta, go down... Go down what? Only one Umbral Collar Zealot's kind of rough. I almost wonder if we want 2. We might need one. We might need one more Umbral Collar Zealot. Oh, we have another Greedy Slow Dragon support card spoiled. All right, what is this? What is this card? What is this card? Oh, actually, 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait, I think we have 3. We have 3 cards. We'll look at them. Oh, wait. One of them is just the common that we saw before. All right, we'll look at them after this game. After this game, we'll check out the rest of the spoilers. The other thing I kind of wonder about, too, is... I'm just seeing the reports about how much money they made from Marvel Superheroes, which is apparently a ridiculously high amount. What do we put to the bottom? I think it's just side swipe. Let's try it like that. All right, don't scam us. Don't scam us, opponent. Don't scam us. Found a Tapland. Well, we will play a Fable Passage. Crag it, get a swamp. But I remember with them marketing it as the best-selling set of all time or whatever, I remember them saying last fall or like a year ago that they thought some set from this year was going to beat Final Fantasy and be even better. So I feel like I don't know if they're making a completely apples to apples comparison where they're like, oh, it's the fastest set ever to reach 300 million in revenue, which is never a metric I've heard before. When Final Fantasy was like, oh, 200 million in one day, and now they're like, oh, the fastest to get to 300 million. So I'm not saying that it's doing poorly. I'm imagining it's not doing poorly, probably. Man, we cannot play anything with this hand, can we? I don't think it's doing poorly, but I do think they kind of have a motivation to make it sound good for the investors, especially after saying that they thought it was going to do really well to investors. Is Hasbro doing the old New York Times bestseller trick of buying up their own product on release day? No, I mean, I think it's just like we were talking about earlier a little bit. I think it's just they found all these avenues where, like, the difference is they're selling Magic cards at Disney now or whatever. Like, that's the kind of stuff that's different, right? Like, that didn't happen before. You didn't get Magic. All right, sure. Yeah, that's all legal. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Oh, this is not going well. This is not going well at all. We'll make a clue and draw news and scoop it up. I kind of want to see what did they say? Strong quarters, play headwinds, okay. Blah, 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 15% growth. Wizards continues to grow at a strong clip. The toy business posted another quarter of growth, and our momentum is broad-based with Magic, D&D, Hasbro Gaming, Peppa Pig, Star Wars, and Marvel, all showing year-over... Wait, Marvel? Do they own Marvel? They don't own Marvel. What do they make, Marvel toys? What does Marvel mean in that context? And Marvel is showing solid year-over-year performance. Magic is off to a ripping start. It's up 32% in Q2 and over 34% in the first half. On that strength, we're raising our full-year Wizards outlook, which Gina will size in her selection. Marvel Superhero set a record for day one and 1 month revenue and becomes the fastest set to reach 300 million in revenue with solid reorders and sell-through. Interesting. The Hobbit is also tracking like a fan favorite. The growth is broad-based. Expanded distribution. Okay. Magic cards in Disney or whatever. Real player growth. The Universes Beyond continues to pull in new fans through IPs they already love. I'm not surprised by the level of interest and questions that we get about Magic. While it's by far our biggest brand in many ways, it's also the least understood. Let's define it. While Magic roots are based in thousands of local game stores around the world, Magic is not a niche hobby business. It's a mega franchise. Magic the Gathering belongs in the same company as Pokemon, EA Sports, World of Warcraft, and Minecraft. Profitable, durable franchises built to compound for decades. What sets Magic apart is longevity. Magic has been compounding for more than 30 years. It's also a deep game, and that depth and complexity is precisely what our players love. Magic fans play and collect for years because mastery never ends, and that retention is what powers a robust secondary market and a passionate community of tens of millions of fans who treat the game as a lifelong pursuit rather than a passing trend. The numbers bear that out. Since 2009, our tabletop and digital Magic business compounded revenue at over 17% a year and grew in 15 out of the last 17 years. The 2 years it didn't grow, they each declined by less than 3%. Step back and look at Magic over any real horizon, and you'll see one of the most consistent compounding franchises in entertainment, a genuine peer to the biggest names in gaming. It's a leader in one of the biggest toy categories, collectibles and games. With Universes Beyond, it's bigger than just a game. It's a platform for platform-level economics and potential. What do you think of that? What do you make of that? I wonder if this is like, they know that this is how Magic, is this how Magic? I'm so curious. I don't know what's going on with Magic anymore. Like, I feel like this is traditionally what I think of as Magic, right? Like, I know so many people that are lifelong Magic fans. That really do make it a lifelong pursuit. I wonder if that still applies. I wonder if that still applies in the UB era, because we were talking earlier about how, like, Final Fantasy streamers were buying packs just to get their Final Fantasy characters, even though they weren't interested. Man, there's a lot. Yeah, I guess we're not going to read this all on stream. There's too much. I'll have to read it later. But here's the spoiler card. Our spoiler card. Let's see. Our spoiler card is the Hobbit enters a lonely mountain with this new enchantment. Okay. Last Light of Durin's Day. So it is a 2-mana red enchantment. It says when this mountain enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Or no. Whenever a mountain enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. If 6 or more quest counters are on it, sack it. If you do, search your hand or library for a dragon card. Put it on the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle Mountain Cycling 2. Huh. I mean, this card seems really slow. It seems really slow. There's no way in standard, right? The standard, I can't imagine playing an enchantment and waiting 6 land drops for it to do something. The mountain cycling is nice. It is nice that if you draw multiples, you can get away and get another one. I feel like it's just too slow though. Like, maybe even for command, would you play this? I'm curious. We gotta have some Ur-Dragon players in here. There's gotta be, because it's such a popular commander. Gore Kill Salmon, welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soup shoot for you. There's gotta be some Ur-Dragon players or Tiamat players in here. Would you put this in your Commander Dragon deck? It is nice that it does include non-basic mountains, so your Shocks, your Surveils, and so forth can get it. Would you play this in your Commander Dragon deck? I almost think it's too slow for Commander. It is cool with Blood Moon. The showcase looks fine. I think it's too slow for Commander, too. I think it might just be too slow, period. Wait, Scapeshift. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but then... That's true. Like, you can Scapeshift, but, like, you know how much I would laugh if I was playing, like, Modern and someone Scapeshifted and... instead of killing me with Valakut, they were just used it to tutor up a dragon. It would be so good. Actually, now I want to kind of do that as a video just because it would be funny. Like, do all this Scapeshift work like I'm playing a real deck and then be like, haha, tutor up a Stormbreath dragon. Got him. Yeah, you can proliferate it. Even then, though, you got to be a dragon deck that also proliferates. I like that it's 2 mana, and I like that you can always turn it. Like, the other side of this card is you can mountain cycle it, and things that cycle for just 2 mana tend to be fine. So the floor is relatively high just because you can always turn it into a land, and you can even get like a non-basic mountain if you want to, a surveil land or something. So there could be some uses for it, but I think, yeah, in general it seems too slow for me. It seems way too slow. If it was, I think the number would be 4. I think if it was 4 counters, then I could see it possibly being fast enough, but that's just too many counters. Too many counters. Also, we haven't really talked about Star Trek. Chat, is there anything in the Star Trek set that stands out to you as exciting that you've seen? It's kind of funny because when I look at The Hobbit, my first thought is, ooh, this set looks really pushed. Like a lot of the mythics, we talked about it earlier, like Elrond and Gollum and Gandalf, Smog even for a 4-drop isn't bad. Like the Queen of Dale, it's got all these cards. I'm like, wow, that is a really scary push card. When I look at Star Trek, I don't get that vibe. When I look at Star Trek, I'm like, yeah, like 3 mana 2/2. Yeah, that's kind of cool in the right deck. Like Captain Kirk seems kind of tough to attack with a 3 mana 2/2. I don't know, there wasn't much that jumped out from the early Star Trek spoilers, even just discounting the IRL actors and all that stuff. But as far as like, okay, that's going to show up and be like a strong card, there wasn't much. Like, I'm intrigued by Dilemma. I think Dilemma is a cool mechanic. I think it's going to be fun to build Dilemma deck. So that I do like. The mechanic seems fun for Commander, not for 1v1, but for Commander. Shockland's always good. Salt Vampire is the one card that feels like a constructed card to me. Like that, I think, is actually potentially a very good constructed card, even outside of Standard. But there's not a lot from this set that really jumped out to me as is looking especially good. Crystalline Entity, I think, definitely good Commander ramifications. Like 4 decks that struggle with Wraths, color combinations that struggle with Wraths. I think this card's actually very, very nice. Even at 8 mana, I think 8 mana sweep the board is still pretty good. My collection had 0 good lands because I never buy single lands, so I get excited when they're reprinted and I get them in limited. Oh, I mean, yeah, it's definitely, the Shocklands coming back is nice. They should reprint Shocklands. Every year they could reprint Shocklands probably, and it would still be worth it. The special treatments are sweet too. Oh, visually, yeah, it's a lady drinking a cup of coffee. This guy, I swear he's eating a wafer to try to stay regular. I'm pretty sure he forgot his Raisin Bran, so he's eating a wafer. It just looked, what do you think of the side cards? They don't look like something you would get out of a Magic pack to me. They look like something you would get out of a sports card pack, and not even like, I don't know. It's like, if you ever watch a sports pack opening, they're always trying to get these like patched signed 101 cards and stuff. That's like the chase cards in the set. And these would be like the ones you'd be hoping not to get when you open a Magic pack and you high roll and you get the really rare treatment, but then you get like the worst card with that treatment. And you're like, oh, like, yeah, I guess I'm kind of happy, but oh, I really wish it was a better card. I feel like that's I feel like that's a vibe those actor cards give me. I'm just not sure. Like, I'm not sure. Is this a thing that people are like, are there Star Trek fans that are going to want them? Like, I don't know. Like, how much Star Wars merch is out there? Like, I feel like, are these people, I guess this is a big question. Are these people that if you just go to a con, can you just walk up and get Catherine Janeway's signature by waiting in line, essentially? Like, if so, then I don't know if the signature is that exciting, right? Like, you could just go to a con and essentially get the same thing, basically. That was my first take. Like, is there anyone under like 40 or 50? And it was so funny. I was saying it on the podcast. Is there anyone under like 40 or 50 that actually cares about Star Trek? And then I talked to my mother, who's like in her mid 60s, like last week, and I was like, yeah, they're gonna make this like Star Trek. they're gonna make this Star Trek set, and people, you know, not sure if people like it or not. And she's like, oh, Star Trek. I'm pretty sure my mother liked that. It was like, wait, my 84-year-old grandmother, like that was. Are we really making magic sets for my 84-year-old grandmother? I mean, which is great. I mean, I love my grandma, but yeah, I feel like the generational gap is kind of big on the Star Trek one. Soul Vampire, I think, is actually a legit card. I think that card's actually super legit, and obviously. To me, the Shocklands say that Wizards didn't think the set was going to sell that, or was worried that the set might not sell that well. Because it's an age-old hack of Magic set design that if you're worried it's not going to set well, or sell well, you'll put some really expensive land cycle in it. Because that is just a guaranteed way to make sure that the set's going to sell really well. So, maybe that's a vote of unconfidence from Wizards. Oh, Soul Vampire is great. Soul Vampire is like legitimately great. And it's got a good name because it's going to make people salty, so. "84-year-olds." I mean, that's true. That's true. But my grandmother, I don't think she's going to spend her money on Star Trek Magic cards. We've had conversations about Magic, and she doesn't understand. She doesn't really get it. But I've gotten her to the point where she can understand that it's like a hobby. Like, oh, you're going on this Magic trip. You know, it's kind of like if I was going to any other, like, it's a hobby. It's a hobby. Like someone goes to pool tournament over the weekend, or goes and plays a game, or goes and plays basketball. So she's gotten to that point, but she doesn't actually understand the ins and outs of Magic even a little bit. Hey, you're welcome, Matthew. I'm glad we're finally on YouTube. It took a while, but we got it set up, and I think it's going to be a good thing. Dr. Beverly, I am shocked at how good Reality Fracture is for Soul Sisters. Jace's mind, it must work like mine, where he just thinks about Soul Sisters all the time, because do they print like 3 of the best, like just from the spoilers, it's like they spoiled like a Soul Sister deck that should actually be good enough for standard. Unholy Annex. Unholy Annex, eh? Is that so, opponent? Is that so? So, what do we do now? We don't really want to kill this. Oh, we don't really have anything great to do. I think what we need... Oh, we're going to go risky. Let's play Obsessive Pursuit. We need to find a Hydra. We need to find her Hydra. And we have some big turn where we like Hydra, double Obsessive Pursuit, Umbra Collar Zealot, maybe one-shot you. I think that's what we're trying to set up. So we drop to 11. I don't know if we're gonna... Oh, no! Oh, boy. Well, there goes all of our plans. Oh, yeah, now... Oh, that was a blowout. That was really, really rough. Yeah, we got to talk about the Reality Fracture cards more. After this match, we'll talk about them a little. Yeah, it's real bad. Real bad. Well, let's Umbro Collar Zealot. Play the Forest. I guess we can Witherbloom Charm to draw a couple cards, sacking a Clue, probably. Yeah, our plan involved gaining a bunch of life, though. About it. Yeah, getting in with the Dread Knight, we will take it. Down to 8. I guess we could also just gain 5. Gain 5 life. I was doing something else when suddenly heard says Scream, immediately thought he was about to lose. Oh, I mean, we kind of did. Like, the Maelstrom Pulse blowing up both of our Obsessive Pursuits, I think, kind of does mean that we lose. It's just going to take a second. Yeah, we got to draw here. So we can Witherbloom Charm the token. Ooh, okay. Old Rotten Mouth. So we drop to 6. We draw Fabled Passage. So we have to kill the token. Play the yeah. Play the Stomping Grounds Pass. We're going to have to jump a Mosswood Red Knight with an Umbro Collar Zealot. That's not good. That is not great, opponent. Strategic betrayal. Sure. Let's crack a clue. Okay, another Witherbloom charm. We're so far behind. We're so far behind. Found it. That was a really good... Yeah, this is a Rottenmouth Viper deck. The Rottenmouth Viper would have been really good if they didn't have that Maelstrom Pulse. Opponent draws. Oh, we would have drawn it too. We would have drawn the Hydra. Oh, that Maelstrom Pulse got us so good. Well, I mean, we probably die because of this, but I think that's fine. We're just going to play a big... We're just going to play a big Hydra. And if they have removal, we lose, but... I don't think there's a realistic way that, like, killing the Mosswood Dread Knight is going to let us get back in the game anyway. We actually just lose to the Soulstone Sanctuary if they fire it up. Yeah, they got removal anyway. All right, sure. Hey, Seth, I always get to 130 cards or so that fit well in a Commander Brawl deck, and I have trouble trimming down. How do you decide what to cut and what to keep? That is definitely one of the hardest parts of building a Commander deck. I will say, over time, I've kind of shifted my Commander brewing philosophy to going up to 100 cards rather than adding in all the cards and then trying to cut them out, because the cutting process can be so tough. So a lot of times, I don't get to 130 cards anymore. I get to 100, maybe I get to 103 or 102 and got to make a couple cuts. But I've gotten a lot better at, like, getting up to 100 rather than having a huge pile and having to cut back. But I think the main thing is, like, assuming that is an issue. You got 130 cards, right? You got 130 cards. You got to figure out how to get rid of some of them. I think the main thing is have an idea of the different groups of cards in your deck and what you need. Like, sort things by what they do. Your ramp cards, your removal cards, your thematic cards. So sort them by what they do. And then you just and then probably cut a little bit from each of the piles. You just want to make sure that you don't accidentally end up with 130 cards, cut 30 cards, and then find out, oops, I accidentally cut all my removal or something. Oh, I accidentally cut all my ramp or all my creatures or whatever. So I think that's the most important thing. And then it's mostly just a matter of, like, I guess, determining which cards from each group are the least essential to your game plan. One other possibility is cutting like a sub-theme. So in some cases, maybe your deck's trying to do too much, and you're like, okay, I'm a sacrifice deck, I'm going to throw in this, like, reanimation sub-theme or something. In some cases, maybe you can cut a sub-theme, make the deck more streamlined. What were you playing against? Oh, them. Make the deck more streamlined, and use that as a way to not have so many cards in the deck. I'm not sure. The only thing I can figure, everyone else says they can't get into Arena at the moment. We've been on for like a few hours now, so I imagine if I logged off, I wouldn't be able to log back in. But for some reason, since we were already logged in, it hasn't booted us off yet, and we might actually just make it to the end of the stream. Dumb question, when does MTG release a 5-color Angel Commander? It's kind of wild that there isn't one. I'm surprised that they haven't done so already. What is my personal favorite Commander deck to play? Well, this time we're not going to run out 2 Obsessive Pursuits because we're going to be aware of Maelstrom Pulse. My first, I mean, I really love my Flibblethip deck. That really is my kind of my personal favorite deck. So I guess Flibblethip. Now let's kill the Mosswood Dread Knight. Did you all get booted off of Arena, or could you not log in when you tried to log in? Because I think that might be that's the only difference I can think of. I don't think we're watching weekly. I think weekly MTG is probably already half over. I'm not sure if they're even doing it today because of the MagicCon over the weekend. But regardless, it's not a spoiler stream, so we're not going to watch it today. Opponent's going to duress. All right. Well, there goes Obsessive Pursuit number 2, probably. Do I have a list for Flibblethip? I believe so. I don't know if it's 100% up to date. Let me see. Ooh. All right, well, I can show you the base. So here's the list. It hasn't been updated in in a couple years, so I'm gonna have to go and do an update because there's been a few changes. Swing for Zero for the 94th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, let's just mutagen, man, I guess. So I'm gonna have to make the updates, but that should give you the basic. Like, I've probably changed, like, I don't know, 10, maybe 10 cards since then or something. So it's changed slightly, but that's kind of the basic idea. Hey Seth, going through some anxiety lately, so thanks for helping me fall asleep at night. Haha, well, I'm glad I can help. Swing for Zero. I've been kind of too with this Twitter stuff, man. It's been stressing me out with the whole, with the whole way that whole Twitter thing has been playing out. Huh. So if we just take Unholy Annex, they probably hit us for 7 and we die. Ugh. One thing I've realized from this deck is it feels like if we stay ahead, it does pretty well. If we start to fall behind, that's when things become tough. Yeah, I don't think we can Ancient Vendetta here. I think we gotta crack a clue. We find an ooze. Well, let's play the ooze. Pass the turn. Yeah, or maybe this is just a bad matchup. We start off really good with this deck, but this matchup, boy, it does not feel bad against mid-range, apparently. My decks feel good when I'm winning. Exactly. My deck feels good when I'm winning. When I'm not winning, my deck sucks, but when I'm winning, my deck's great. Found it. Mossborn Dread Knight. Gonna draw some more cards. And... oh, there is a new spoiler. All right, after we finish this match, we'll look at the new spoiler. Yeah, that is kind of the risk of synergy decks, right? Like, our opponent's kind of playing just a power deck. Like, I'm just gonna play the good stuff in my colors. Attack, remove things. Ugh. See, our deck, it's very strong, but we're actually seeing a good example of it right now. Like, we're a synergy deck, right? So we need to draw, like, the Obsessive Pursuit to make the fodder for our Viper. But then if we never draw a Viper, all the fodder doesn't do that much. The ooze, we need that to make artifacts to sack, but if we draw 2 of them in a non-graveyard matchup, so I think that's kind of the difference. Like, our cards are situationally good depending on what other cards we have in our deck, while our opponent's cards are more just, like, generically good in all situations. We've also just drawn way too many oozes and Obsessive Pursuits this game. I think we're dead if they fire up the Reef. I don't know if they'll do it because we do have a mana up, so they might be worried about getting hexed, but if they do fire it up, they do win. Like, if you take the chance, you got it. And opponent's going to take the chance, and that means they got it. So here is, oh, the Twitter thing, my Twitter got hacked in a phishing scheme, and I've been working trying to get it back through Twitter customer service, and oh my god, this has been a nightmare, and I don't have much confidence in it working out. So we'll see where it ends up. But yeah, it's been almost a week now. All right, the Great Goblin. Hey, that's a good name for a Goblin Lord, I will say. So it is 1 and 2 Rakdos hybrid mana. See, I think this is one of the cards that they want to change the hybrid rule for in Commander. So it's 1 and 2 hybrid Rakdos for a 3/2 legendary Goblin Noble. It says whenever you put 1 or more counters on a Goblin Orc or army you control, it deals 2 damage to target opponent. And then whenever another Goblin Orc or army you control dies, exile the top card of your library. You may play it until you're... oh my god, that is a disgustingly good Goblin card, isn't it? Is that not actually like super good? So okay, so it works with the mass stuff. Obviously supposed to be in a mass payoff. So whenever you amass, you're putting counters on an Orc, an army, or a Goblin, 2 damage to each opponent. There's not even any once per turn restriction or anything. It is worth pointing out, it is one or more counters. So if you amass 20, you still only deal 2 damage. But if you could amass 1 a bunch of times, or otherwise have ways to put counters on your goblins, this can deal a lot of direct damage to your opponent. And then it's like, oh, what's the 2 mana? What's the 2 mana Red Lord in goblins? That's whenever a goblin dies, you exile a top card of your library. If it's a goblin, you can play it until your next turn. This is just a way better version of that. Like, it's 1 more mana, but still, this just lets you play any card. So it's really good wrath protection. It's good removal protection. Only downside is it doesn't... Runbelt Hordemaster, thank you. Thank you, Great Destroyer. It doesn't protect itself, so you can still, like, just kill this with a Burst Lightning, which might be an issue for Standard. But I feel like if this is... Like, this has got to be good in any Goblin Commander deck. Basically, I mean, I think that last mode is just good in any Goblin Commander deck, even if you're not doing anything with the first mode. In Standard, I was actually thinking, because we got another pretty decent Goblin, and I was thinking about it for spoiler stuff. Where's the other one? It was the removal-y dude, this guy. Azog is another good goblin. The one issue I've run into with goblins, and I'm not sure how to solve this, is there are just so many. Here, I think I can just show you an arena. So many of the good goblins are concentrated in the 3-drop slot that it's going to be tricky to figure out. It's going to be tricky to figure out exactly how many of these you can play. But if you just look at goblins, and you get to the 3-drop slot, like, that's where so many of the good cards, like, Bogart Mischief is a good card, Grub is good, Taster of Wares is really good, and those are just the black goblins. Once you get over to red, you also have, like, Breaches is, like, on the fence of being playable, Dropkick Bomber, Lord, good in a goblin deck, especially a go-wide goblin deck. Howl Squad Heavy, one of the best goblins, also in the 3-drop slot. So there's just so much. And then, I feel like there's one more. Eclipse Bogart's close, like, maybe in the conversation. Ultimate Green Goblin, maybe, depending on your build. So that's my main concern with these cards, is just, like, they look good to me. They seem like really good goblins. I think this one, the Greatest Goblin, or the Great Goblin, I think that might be even better than Azog in a lot of goblin decks. But yeah, that's the main issue, is just, like, with curved considerations, can we actually fit all of these into our deck? Like, is there enough room? What do we cut? Do we not play Howl Squad Heavy to play? Maybe we end up playing, like, 1 or 2 of a whole bunch of different 3-drops rather than 4 of one. But then you might draw the wrong one in the situation where you want the other one. So it'd be interesting. But Goblin's definitely getting a nice boost of power. Like, Standard Goblin's getting better. Oh, man. Could they put Aether Vial into Standard? I kind of want them to just put Aether Vial into Standard. It's been a while. Like, Aether Vial doesn't really see Modern play anymore, right? Would you play this as a Goblin Commander or just stick with Krenko? So the new Goblin, the Great Goblin, I think that Krenko was still the most... Krenko will still be more powerful in most situations. Like, but Commander is about more than just building the most powerful deck. So I think there definitely will be people to play. I think this is a very solid Goblin Commander. Like, you can build around it. You get the counter theme. The card advantage is good. So I think it's a very solid Goblin Commander. Is it as silly as Krenko? No, I think Krenko will probably still be, like, the #1 Goblin Commander. But I do think this is a very legit commander that people will still play. But just a little bit worse, I would say, than... If you're just trying to build the strongest version of Goblins, I think Krenko is going to lead to that more often. Ooh, Aether Vial. Man, I would like to see Aether Vial in Standard. The power level is so high. Like, there's so many cards. The power level is so high. I think we can kind of get away with stuff like that. They put in... Wouldn't even see playing Pioneer. You might be right, Nah, they have, like, human decks. I think some of the, like, human decks and stuff would play it. I think maybe in Pioneer you could recreate, like, 2017 era humans, sort of, with Aether Vial or some of those decks. I think it would be good in Pioneer. I mean, maybe it would just be way too good in Standard. I don't think so, though, really. Oh, is this combo? What is this deck? Is this the... Huh. When I see the Cryogen Relic, it makes me think of that weird Nurturing Pixie Jolly Balloon Man deck. You know what? Let's just run off the Biotech Specialist early. Get it out, make a lander, pass the turn. Have you ever tried grinding to rank 1 stand? No. I mean, that would require playing really good decks over and over again, which is not how I like. I like playing bad decks and switching between them often. Or like, not even bad decks, but brews. I like to play fun decks that I build and brews. Oh, this is the, are we gonna die? We can't die here. It's not that crazy. But this is the, yeah, pick up the Surveillance Cam. Untap the land. No way. There's no way we're dying here, right? Please don't Aborite either. That would be just like dying. Actually, we can kill it, so it's not... Ooh, I mean, as long as we stay alive, this Maelstrom Pulse is going to make our opponent very sad, but if they win from here by untapping and tapping these lands with Surveillance Cam... So they can play this, untap this, make 3? Alright, Surveillance Cam. Untap. Tap it. Pixie. Jeez. Ah, it's still going. Found it. Picks up. They're pinched on blue at least. Alright. So opponent does that for a long time. And then we blow up their Badger Moles. Alright, opponent. Enough of those shenanigans. You've had your fun, Badger Mole. Opponent really was sequencing off. Do you think there would be a nice Dwarf deck for Commander? The new Dwarf, yeah. No, really? You had a third one in hand? Oh, come on. All right, we could have waited and gotten even more value. I mean, there already is a good new Dwarf command. No friggin' way. Okay, you know what's going up on that dartboard? It's gonna be Badger Mole Cub. It is going to be Badger Mole Cub. I've decided. I did a Tomer poll. I asked you all for your suggestions, and I'm gonna pull rank, and it's gonna be Badger Mole Cub. It has been determined. Well, I mean, we can kill it. And then play the Verge, play the Ooze. They really need to ban Badger Mole Cub. I mean, they really should have just not printed Badger Mole Cub, but now that they printed it, they really need to ban Badger Mole Cub. If they drop the 4th one, okay, another. What a weird draw. Three Badger Moles, 3 Pixies. Oh, actually, the new Shielder would be pretty funny, too. Usually, I put it up for cards that I don't like for gameplay purposes, but I do kind of hate... I do kind of hate how that Shielder looks. When's the next ban announcement? I believe in August. I think the issue is if you need to ban Cub, you need to ban, like, 30 other cards. Ponic gets it. It says. I mean, I think you'd make an argument that Badger Mole Cub is like propping up green decks and they wouldn't exist without it. But I think my counter argument to that, and maybe this is just that you'd have to ban 30 other card things, but I think like if you... What is our opponent doing here? Why are we pausing on this activation? I mean, we're just gonna have to combo kill. I don't think we can do it from here, but that is the way we could win that. But like, if you need a card as pushed as Badger Mole to make the color combination work, I feel like that's kind of an issue with your overall format. Like, you shouldn't have to have a 2-mana doubler that just wins the game on turn 3 or turn 4. Like, if that's the level of card you need to make green good, I would take that as a sign that, like, something has kind of went off the rails with everything else, because you shouldn't need to have a card like that to make it work. Let's play Restless Cottage. I mean, I think we just have to run out. We just have to run out the Viper, basically, right? Like, that's got to be the plan. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're not going to sack the ooze. 4, 5, 6. Get down the Viper. I still am not sure this beats the wall of pixies. We need another Maelstrom Pulse would be good. Another Maelstrom Pulse would be very good. Well, let's play the Rotten Mouth. Yeah, I'm kind of on, I guess, personally, if they wanted to ban 30 cards, I'd be fine with that. If they did a 30-card ban list update, I would actually celebrate that. Because I think really, like, I'd like to just see the whole temperature of Standard come down, like, a notch or two. Like, I think that's what I want the most, is just, like, everything to be, like, a turn or two less snowball-y, less, like, less removal checky, the, like, oh, if you don't have... Like, I was thinking about this earlier, because you know what your opponent's playing, right? People are always like, oh, just kill the Badger Mole Cub. But do you really, like, sit down to a random game, not knowing what you're playing against, and, yeah, we're dead, unfortunately. But can you really sit down to a random game not knowing what you're playing against, and, like, mulligan for a Requiting Hex in case they're Badger Mole? And if that is what you do, then what do you do if you're against Jeskai, or is it? Or, like, some other deck that's not Badger Mole removal check, then you just probably auto lose, right? So, like, I would just like to see the whole temperature just pull back a little, just a little bit, like a turn or two slower, just calm things down a little bit. That's basically, I feel like they increased the size of the format X3, which increased the power level of the format X3, and they didn't compensate by doing anything to slow things down. So I think this is exactly what I expected to happen when they went to 3-year Standard, actually. Is just like, if you're going to make the format this big instead of this big, the games are going to end faster, it's going to be more punishing, like that's just how it's going to work. So I think you got to compensate for that with card design, probably, like, by not putting as many, like, super pushed 1 and 2 mana value things, because when the format gets that big, there's just a critical mass of the super cheap stuff. Like, even look at our deck. Like, yeah, we got Vipers, which technically we're hoping to cast for 1 mana, but it's a pile of 1s and 2s. It'll be interesting. I mean, I will also say, like, we talked about this earlier, but just by looking at, I don't know if I still have the webpage up, but I will say, like, looking at next year, it gave me a little bit of hope in the sense that it looks sane. Like, things are spaced out. Like, this year kind of felt like chaos. Actually, the last 2 or 3 or 4 years kind of felt like chaos ever since they announced the Arcane-Sling rotation changing thing, announced Universes Beyond coming into Standard. Then they changed rotation again. Like, there's been just a huge list. Yeah, we got to actually sideboard. There's just been a huge list of things, right, that they've... Oh, no. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that. There's just been a huge list of changes. Spider-Man, got to move it up to this year. Got to push back Lorna Eclipse so the Shocklands don't release on the time we intended. Like, the last 3-ish years have just been very chaotic in Standard. Looking at next year's schedule, it doesn't look like chaos. Like, this actually looks planned. Things are spaced a reasonable amount of time. Like, the dates make sense to me. So that does give me a bit of hope, not just for this, right? But it gives me hope for the rest of that stuff too, that next year is going to be more thought out, more planned out, more managed than this year. So maybe next year we finally do start to see, like, maybe they're not printing as many like super snowball-y pushed 1-drops because they actually did realize that like if we're gonna make standard this big, you can't do the really pushed 1-drops because it's gonna be bad. So maybe it filters down through format design, set design, card design as well. But I don't know, this schedule, it looks good. It looks good. Oh yeah, the theme's so cool. Oh man, the sets next year look so good. They look so good. More excited for the sets next year than I've been about sets in quite a while. There's nothing like, ooh, I don't know. They all look good to me. Northern Vanguard, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super here, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, let's go, Bing Hydra. Get in, hit you. Down 18. Opponent, untap land. And Badger Molcub, of course. We're gonna need to draw black mana. No way, you have a second. For real! Ray Bandnap, seriously? Ha, 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 Magic Gods. Thank you, Magic Gods. Get out of here, you Cubs. Goodness. This opponent is also just a pro at drawing Cubs, my goodness. My lord. Yeah, I don't know. I think they said November? I think they said November they're announcing UB set, so we might have a while to wait. Found it. Storm Chaser's talent. I think it was smart to not do it at the same time, for sure. I don't think they would do I mean, I'm sure one of the sets next year is Marvel. But I'd be very surprised if they did multiple Marvel sets in a year. That just seems like a bit of an overload. Yeah, we gotta kill that, unfortunately. Let's kill the Bloom Tender. Crack the Mutagen. Hit you with the Hydra. I know. Maelstrom Pulse. Maelstrom Pulse is such a classic removal spell. They did Spider-Man and Marvel Superheroes. Well, Spider-Man released last September. So actually it was technically September 2025 was Spider-Man, and then whatever, May, June, something like that, 2026. So they were within a year of each other, but calendar year-wise, they were in 2 separate years. But they were within. Oh, man, I wish we could have sacked that. All right. Well, Seam Rip, sure. We kind of needed that Goldmane Hydra. Well, get the Badger Molcub. I mean, we got the Mutagen Man, I guess, that we can play. We get some Mutagen. I mean, we make a very big Mutagen Man. Would have been nice to get the treasures. Getting the treasures out of it would have been nice. Oh, opponent. But yeah, I'd be surprised if they announced like Marvel twice in 2027. Obsessive Pursuit. We got a Mutagen Man. Mutagen Man for 2. Oh, we needed the black mana. This Day of Black Sun's so good. It's so good, but we don't have a second black source. Maybe this like wants like a starting town or 2. Being 3 colors, I could see maybe an upside. Well, let's crack him on the Mutagen Man and pass the turn. Come on. No removal. No bounce, no removal. Opponent Storm Chaser's talent, sure. Triggers their dorks. Makes an otter. And gets in with the Pixie. Okay. I mean, we get to give this life gain next turn, I think. Eat the Boomerang basics. I mean, this is the turn. Does our opponent have an answer to the Mutagen? Ooh. Do they have an answer to the Mutagen Man? Obsessive Pursuit. Okay, moment of truth is here. Opponent, do you have an answer? Because if not, this thing's getting lifelink. And that should put it away, mostly. So make a clue. Sack the mutagen. Sack the fabled passage. Get a swamp. All right, go to combat. Surveillance cam. Does this mean we're dead? All right. Well, so much for the life gain. Opponent's gonna go to combat. Opponent's gonna get in. Sure. Down to 6. Well, I think we go for it. I think we just blow up the surveillance cam. Because our goal is to get in this mutagen man hit. That is how we win this game. Oh my god, they got a spell pierce. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. We still have Day of Black Sun. Sack the clue, draw a card. Ooh, Roddy. There's old Rottenmouth Viper. Okay. We still got a shot. Eat the Bloom Tender. So they're going to have to sack the surveillance cam to tap the mutagen man. So we will sack the mutagen on the mutagen man. Go to combat. They sack surveillance cam. Sure, that's fine. I mean, it's sad, but it's fine. But now we can Day of Black Sun for 1. And put a little end to your shenanigans over there. All right, opponent, you get your lands back. Please just die. Please. Seam Rip. I'm gonna go after the mutagen man, I assume. I mean, we got another mutagen man, so this is kind of fine. It does mean we don't get to smack him next turn, so it's not great, but make a bunch of mutagens. Pixie. Oh, they're gonna pick it up, yeah. Goldvein Hydra is kind of weak to Seam Rip, that's for sure. Well, what are we gonna do about it? Opponent thinking. Passing. Well, eat your Pixie. Why are they leaving their mana up? Why are they leaving their mana up? Well, sack the clue. We're just running low on life. We got to get in this lifelink attack at some point. Now that Seth is a Limit Enjoyer, any chance for a Planner Cube? Possibly. Ooh, another Obsessive Pursuit. Well, let's start with a Grim Bobble. Get rid of that Pixie. I was watching the video about why Marvels and Turtles felt different than Avatar and Final Fantasy. Do you think that actually adapting storylines to sets would fix it? I think it would help. I think it would go a long way towards helping. So I really think that the difference between character-focused sets and like world-focused sets, I think that is the biggest difference that encompasses kind of everything between the sets that I really enjoy and the ones I don't enjoy as much. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play the Viper. Okay, so we have 2 threats. Rottenmouth Viper doesn't get got by the Seam Rip. I mean, the deck's grinding. It is grinding. They give us back our mutagen man. Sure. Well, let's crack our mutagen while we can. Make the biggest Viper possible. And now they don't know about the Obsessive Pursuit, which is kind of huge, because that means we can play this one next turn and get lifelink by surprise. They were able to play around it before because they could see it coming, but I think not being able to see it coming is going to make it trickier for our opponent to play around. Well, that is a big snake. Do you think that the Hobbit will help prices of things like One Ring and Orcish Bowmasters? Yes, maybe not as much as we would like, but it will, I think it will help to some extent. Like, so they are box toppers, so they're not in the main. If they were in the main set, I think it would drop the price way more. But as box toppers, I think it'll help to some extent, but I don't think it's going to crush the prices. What Universe of Beyond sets would you want to see come out next year? We were talking about that earlier. I want some sort of post-apocalyptic world. I don't know what that is. Dune or Fallout or some, I think some desolate post-apocalyptic world I think would be really cool. Nature's Rhythm X2. Okay. To get a Badger Mole. Well, we will get rid of the Nature's Rhythm. Man, if their last card's Surveillance Cam, I'm gonna cry. I will cry. Well, we gotta do it. Obsessive Pursuit. Make a clue. Goldvein Hydra. X1. We need to have the extra body in case they have Surveillance Cam. We gotta be able to attack with something. Sack the Mutagen. Combat. Wow! They really do have it! Oh my goodness. Every time. Well, get in with a Hydra. Go up to 6. Hit you to 5. All right, top deck wars. So an opponent, can you top deck? Untaps. Gonna sack the Surveillance. Wow, and that's, wait, why didn't we gain life? Oh, we didn't sack 3 or more. Oh, right. That doesn't even do anything. Well, GG. Hey, Seth, what do you think is standard at the moment? Meh. I mean, it's just I think it's too fast and too powerful. Like, I like that it's sort of diverse, kind of. Like, I think that's an upside. But I think overall, I think it's too much. I think it's just too much. I would, if it was the same level of diversity, but like just powered down by a turn or two, I think that would be a really good spot for it to be in. I mean, I played Magic for so long, so formats get better and worse and up and down. So I still have fun playing it. Not as fun as I had at some points in the past, but better than some other points in the past. But I think that's my biggest gripe is I think it's just too fast and snowbally. That's what I'd like to solve. It's not so much that like, oh, this specific card, other than maybe like Badger Mole, Storm Chaser, Stalin, or Outliers, but like, it's not like this card or this deck is like an issue. It's more just like, the whole thing is just doesn't feel as standardy as I'd like it to. Like, it doesn't feel like what I think of as someone who's played Magic for a long time, it doesn't feel to me like what I think of as standard. And maybe that means I gotta change how I think of standard. Very possible. If everyone else is loving it, then maybe that's a my brain problem rather than a game problem. But I think that's the biggest thing, is it just doesn't feel like the kind of play pattern that I associate with standard. It feels like more like modern, kind of, or something. Pioneer, maybe, at some point. Something along those lines. No, definitely, I definitely make punts when I'm too focused on the chat. Do I miss Thragtusk? Of course I miss Thragtusk. Thragtusk, oh man, Blinking Thragtusk, what could be better than that? I actually think we need some sort of Thragtusk card in Standard with all the Boomerang basics going around. Probably a souped up 2026 version, but some sort of Thragtusk. I like Abzan Life Gain, any decks. Ooh, so Bad news? No, not currently. Good news is, and then after this, I gotta go do our spoiler video for the day. But we didn't talk about Reality Fracture much. I will leave you with one thing from Reality Fracture, which is it's got to be the greatest Soul Sister set that has ever been made. And we've only seen like 20 cards or something from it, but like whatever's going on in Jace's mind, that dude thinks about Soul Sisters, because we are getting an amazing Soul Sister effect in Liliana the Faultless, which is like one of the modern Soul Sisters where it only triggers off your stuff, but still, it's a Soul Sister that also works kind of like a bad Mother of Runes. So that's already very good. Ajani Resolute, the white Ajani, kind of ridiculous in a Soul Sister deck. It gains a ton of loyalty, it gains you life, it makes Ajani's Pridemates, the Emblem Ultimate, very, very good. Enlightened Confidant, card advantage engine for a life gain deck. So even though I don't actually have a life gain deck today, I am sure that as we go along, life gain's going to get better and better and better just based on these spoilers that we've seen, because there are some ridiculous life gain cards coming up. So yeah, and that's the other thing, Black's Magic Arena, like, is WotC's just a big ship to turn, right? So they have said things going back almost a year now about how they know they got to like tone down the 1-drops, and like they know some of the issues. It just takes forever. And that's one of the issues. Not that it was a reason not to do it, but another one of the issues with making Standard bigger is now there's even more sets, so it takes even longer. Like, if something does go wrong, it takes longer for those cards to, like, filter out. So I think they realize that it just takes a long time for it to filter down. So, I don't know, my hopes for 2027 are actually pretty high, thanks to rotation and or maybe bannings, but I think they're hopefully figuring out how to maintain the power level. Personally, I'd still be fine, and actually, but even like more if we just went back to 2-year Standard. But I think they are working towards making 3-year Standard a little bit less snowbally than it is now. But anyway, everyone, that's our stream for today. I gotta go do a spoiler video for The Hobbit, so reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube for all the old streams. Normal YouTube, tons of spoiler content. Tomorrow there's a Sweet Against the Odds bracket videos, all that stuff. Check it out. One more shout out to our sponsor, Card Kingdom. If you need some Magic cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing. You're awesome. I love y'all. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back next Tuesday to do it all again. So I appreciate y'all. Have a great